Good afternoon, everybody. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. I didn't know I was going to sound this bad. I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. We're going to get into where I've been for the past 10 days, including my failed attempts to trying to get back on the horse and do the things. There's going to be a lot to get into, and then we're going to make fun of DSP and play the new Weeb game. I hope you're all happy, healthy, and hydrated. There's some pretty serious shit going on right now. Coffee, how are you, my friend? Thank you for trying to perk me up. The same goes out to anybody else out there. If you want to send me photographs of your collarbones, please do so in the Discord. You know we love seeing them sharp collarbones here on this corner of the internet. Holy shit. There's definitely not going to be a camera on. I got the new PNG tuber thing going on. And I want to tap into Deus Marionette's incredible talents and see if I can get something off the ground. Everybody, and welcome. It is the 12th of December 2025, and this is a very special edition of the level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at level 99. I hope you like what I've done with the place. Do be patient with me. I am hurting real bad. And I'm just going to gloss over it because I don't want to be dramatic. I don't want to have people feel a certain way, but it's been a very difficult past 12 days for me. And it started New Year's when I went back on my keto diet. Essentially, I went too hard, too fast, and I went and did a all egg keto diet. And my body went from super garbage filled sugar and carbs to little or no carbs and literally in a day. And I think I went too hard, too fast. And so I was immediately put upon by the keto flu. And I tried to push through. I wanted to play DDR to keep things going. And that didn't help things at all. And this is going to become a pattern. So put a pin in that. The keto flu ended up becoming more than just that. I ended up having very, very, very bad sinus pressure in my face. So much so that I couldn't keep my eyes open. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat. Everything hurt. Just existing right there in the middle of my face, in the middle of my head. Ended up having the worst type of sinus pressure I've ever experienced my whole life. And what I ended up having to do was just writhe around in pain until I can eventually become unconscious from sugar-free NyQuil, which I ended up drinking to excess. And then also taking Tylenol PMs just so that I can knock myself out so I can get some sleep. Over the past 12 days, I could probably say I have not had a decent night's sleep. I've only slept in little batches, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours if I'm lucky, every night. And in between the middle of all that, I would get up and just walk around the house, grabbing my face and just moaning and screaming and like just being absolutely miserable. Have you ever been in so much pain that all you can do is be in pain and try to minimize what that pain does to you? Well, that's exactly what happened to me, and it was not fun. So I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink. I tried drinking water and Gatorade, and I eventually went to go see a doctor, and they did all the tests and stuff like that. And when they took my urine sample, they were like, "You got blood in your piss, bro." I was like, I was not aware of that. So they told me to go see my primary, and I got that appointment set up. That's coming up on Thursday. And since the doctors pointed it out every time I use the bathroom, I now notice that, yes, there has been a significant amount of blood in my piss. And maybe it's because now I have that placebo in my mind that I'm looking for it. And so, of course, it's going to be exaggerated because I'm kind of losing my mind, going crazy because I haven't had a decent night's sleep. And my body's also weak and frail and tired and miserable. Look at this guy, top tier rated. What's going on, my friend? How are you? And coffee not safe for work. Thank you for dropping those collarbones in the chat, cheering me up. King Me Cruel hanging out with us over on YouTube. What up, pimp? Oh, my friend, I am not doing better. I'll tell you what happened. Yang Things, what up, pimp? Go Birds, right? We did the thing. We got the hole-in-one last night, didn't we? So I went to see a doctor. Doctor said I had piss in my blood, gave me some antibiotics for the flu symptoms. And here's the crazy thing. I wasn't getting like a scratchy throat or coughs or sneezing or anything like that. It was just sinus pressure. And then it snowed, okay? And I'm the only able-bodied person that's willing to do the work around in this house in order to get shit done. And there was a lot of other things that, like, the heart had to take care of the in real life female Sal Waifu, and she was just recovering from her neck surgery. So we have a pretty big driveway. We have a lot of sidewalk around the house. And so I was the only one that was willing to shovel all of the snow. And so, of course, I'm in the middle of keto flu, in the middle of all this piss and blood, and on antibiotics, which is wrecking my stomach and my appetite. And hey, can I show you guys something? Look at this shit. Check this shit out. Move it to your left. That's for when I'm doing the gameplay. Move it to the right. During my many sleepless nights, in little pieces that I was able to kind of put together, I actually put some work in. And yeah, so it does sound horrible. And this is the thing of it, King Be Cruel. I've had keto flu before. This is not keto flu. And in fact, what had happened was, and this is a perfect opportunity to let you guys know that there is something called too much keto, and it's called ketoacidosis. So it snowed in my area maybe January 4th, 5th, or 6th. I don't know. It's been very difficult trying to keep time. And I shoveled all the snow, and that did not make things better. In fact, it made it so much worse. The pain in my face was nonstop. It was terrible. It kept me up for at least 3 days straight. I couldn't do anything but just be in pain. But thank God that other creators out there were making videos. I happened to catch like that being said in everybody's videos, and I just had it on in the background as I was pacing around the house in pain. So of course, during this entire time, I was taking my ketone levels because I'm a psychopath. And on the instructions, you know, it'll say, you know, blow, and it'll measure your ketone levels. Anything above a 20, if you're familiar with the channel, indicates that I'm in keto. And I was blowing 60 on this, and I was looking at the instructions, and it said that that was dangerous. My body was burning ketones so fast that it was emitting a smell that the in real life female style waifu was. Yeah, Shao, what's going on, my friend? How are you? So here I am thinking to myself, hell yeah, brother. That means I'm like burning ketones like at an enhanced rate. I've got the ketone buff, right? No, apparently that's very, very dangerous, because I was talking to the in real life female style waifu, and I was like, I blew a 60 today. She goes, that's not healthy. That's ketoacidosis. And that's what it is. That's what I smell on you. And I was like, what the hell does ketoacidosis smells like? And she goes, it's like almonds, mustard, and ammonia. And I'm like, wow, that's really weird. Fluctuating miasma, what up, pimp? How are you, my friend? I hope you're happy, healthy, and hydrated. Don't do what I just did, and that's just wreck my shit trying to get in keto as fast as possible, and then while in keto flu, pushing myself to do more physical activities, because guess what? Your body needs energy in order to do the things. And so if there's nothing there, well, guess what? It's going to start doing the ketone thing. And so I was emitting the stench of ketoacidosis in the thralls of the pain of my sinus pressure in my face, meanwhile shoveling snow and doing all of this shit that needed to get done. And so over the course of this past week, I think I've been drinking sugar-free NyQuil and taking Tylenol PMs just to become unconscious and go to sleep. Of course, I was also taking my penicillin or whatever, my antibiotics or whatever. And it's gotten to the point now where it's so bad, like the roots of my hair hurts when I cross my hand over it. That's how fragile and frail my face is. It's been terrible. Isn't ketoacidosis what diabetics can have if they don't take insulin? Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And when I went to the doctor to talk about this, they were like, yeah, only diabetics get this. And I'm like, okay, but like literally I'm blowing into the device that tells me if I have ketoacidosis, and it's telling me this. And so of course it's just a patient first. So I'm just like, all right, well, let me go ahead and just get my appointment set up with my primary care doctor and get the blood work done and get all the tests done. And then take it from there. So I just thought to myself, all right, I just need to push through until Thursday, and then I'll finally be able to see what the hell is going on. As of yesterday, NyQuil and Tylenol PMs do not work on me. It does not knock me out anymore. I've grown a tolerance to them, and they do not make me go to sleep anymore. So now, instead of trying to sleep all this shit off, I have to raw dog it. And it's not fun. Do I take any probiotics with your antibiotics? No, I do not. I've now gotten to the point where I'm like experiencing audio hallucinations, and like I feel myself slipping into insanity. It's difficult for me to keep a train of thought, or I will be fixated on a thought, and then it will consume me for whatever reason, and it's not fun. And I wish I could just be unconscious, but now I can't. So what I have to do is distract myself with other things so that maybe I could just push through and see it to the end. Because guess what, guys? Tomorrow I'm going back to work. This entire time I haven't been able to make any money, which sucks, because I need to make that money. I do. I really need to pay my bills. Excuse me. But I'm not tripping. It ain't tripping if you ain't got it. I feel so helpless, and it sucks. And I'm experiencing flashes of like heat sweats and then like shivers. I have the heat on sometimes. I have the windows open sometimes. And I'm not doing too good. So what we're going to do to kind of dull the pain is play the brand new anime titty game that Top Tier Rated got me wise to. I turned off all the voices because they're annoying as fuck. There's only room for one annoying voice, and that's Darkside Phil's. I have both of their things set up. And I think it's time for us to get into that, because I didn't plan on spending almost 22 minutes talking about how miserable I was. But thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you. Might not be a bad idea. It'll restore the good bacteria and the antibiotic wipes out. I recommended some acyphilis. Okay, well, I'll take some research on that, because at this point I'll do anything. I'll do anything, and that's one of the many reasons why I decided that I was going to use this PNG thing for an avatar for the streams, because I do love doing this, and I do love hanging out with you guys, and I feel like I'm missing out because there's so much shit going on in the Vortex. I wanted to have a lot to say about DSP and Triple P's. I call them Triple P. Pro wrestling show, and I was so sick I wasn't even able to get into it. But I think the plan is I want to try and see if I can watch and react to what they say on Tuesday, and then live react to it this Wednesday. As a professional wrestler of 20 years, I feel like I have an insight that most standard fare pro wrestling fans don't have. And I'm by no means telling you that I'm the authority, because even in the pro wrestling world, you'll have somebody that will tell you that this one thing is absolute Sierra missed law, and then you'll go to another school or to another promotion, and then that won't even be the case. And then even to the point where you'll have the order come from down high, that this is the only thing that's going to happen, and this is the only thing that matters, only for it to be turned around and reversed later. So as with most places, this isn't isolated to pro wrestling. There's an entire world of contradictions and just, flying by the seat of your pants. I'm already getting derailed. I'm sorry. Let me just go ahead. We just did it. We got derailed. I'm talking about pro wrestling again. I made that while I was sick. Antibiotics can wreck your stomach. One time I was taking antibiotics for a throat infection, ended up with a yeast infection. Yeesh. I've been taking a probiotic with my antibiotics ever since. Interesting. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to ask the in real life female style waifu what she thinks about this. But until then, let me just go ahead and scoot myself over here with the press of one button. Hope you like what I did with the place. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open and pop this bad boy open. We cannot just experience Phil by himself. We need to at least have some sort of filter. And let's enjoy the guy together. We have a considerable amount of skip juice built up. So let's enjoy DSP Space Gaming together.
Is a great one, including my year-end series and the premiere.
Let me know if everything sounds okay.
New wrestling commentary show, plus the continuation of a whole bunch of content, including Dark Souls with mods for the very first time, Indiana Jones, Stalker 2, some Street Fighter and Call of Duty.
Wait a minute, this is last week's.
To share. It's going to be a great, great week.
This is last week's. Oh my God, hold up. Boy, you are stupid as fuck. Ugh. Wow, it doesn't happen until 1:45. Well, how about that? Okay, that's fair. Thank you, Yang. I can't wait to see what you've got going on your corner of the internet. Guys, if you're not checking out Yang things and you're a retro style game enjoyer, I don't know what to tell you. He's the homie. He's an excellent person and he does great retro style streams. He's been telling me that he's been doing like analog emulation with the actual thing. I sure am. You know it, buddy. You fucking know it. I thought it was happening right now. Shows you how much I know. Doesn't the pre-stream start at like 2 or something? I'm way off. Oh my god. It's okay. It's about to get a lot more retro. Hell yeah, brother. You know what? In the meantime, what I would like to do is actually watch Dashfire's latest DSP video. I was watching it in the background. Let's see here. History. Let's switch this out. Phil is always late as fuck. Raw film may have changed it up. I could believe that. I don't know. I'm going to blame everything on the fact that I'm delirious from my sickness or I've taken too much medicine. I could be robo tripping. Okay. We're going to have this one in the background while we're playing the anime titty game.
Understand, Steve.
But he's a survivor, though. You got to give him credit. He's like, he's a survivor. And now I'm streaming with PPP for 1,000 views and $27 in donos. You know, like he's a survivor. Good.
He's a survivor. So back in the day on Twitch, like it turned out like the average person.
Once I get my credit card, I'm getting an analog NT Mini and a new capture card.
Viewer, right?
The NT Mini is a
like $58
HDNES. Holy shit.
Like
you know what? It would be better if I just show you off. So let's go ahead and do that.
Have a good night.
They call him the pig roach. And he operates what's called pignosis, where he tells...
Oh. How am I doing this? Fucking shit.
Bravo.
Everybody how poor he is. He's on the verge of homelessness. They're gonna take his house. They're gonna take his car. My favorite, Steve, was that he was gonna be forced to eat lunch meat sandwiches. He's like, what do you guys? Do you guys expect me to eat lunch meat sandwiches?
Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean?
So you don't know this?
Oh, brother.
No, I don't know the lunch.
If it wasn't for everybody making fun of Phil, my last 12 days of suffering would have been a lot worse.
And he would have to resort to eating lunch meat sandwiches, and that just won't fucking do. So Phil needed that money. Now,
if you guys are not familiar with Dashfire, bad moments in locale history, I highly recommend you check them out.
$200,000 a year.
Didn't he spend like tens of thousands of dollars on a wrestling mobile game?
That's right. Yes, he did.
And then he said he wasn't playing that, and somebody caught him, and then he said he sold the account, and that's somebody else. Yeah.
So I was trying to get him.
Oh,
I was trying to get him to ask to it again today. So
they're just lightly razzing each other, guys.
We now have a segment called Grill Phil, where week I grill Phil about his various scams and lies.
Then this magical moment happened. King Jod, thinking out loud, since DSP is not willing to openly talk to TJ Gamebox about money spent on Phil's wailing in WWE champion.
Oh, this is interesting.
Perhaps Triple P and Andy Worski
will be
interested in
Ying.
talking to TJ instead about it, so they get a better idea of the facts. Then TJ responds, "Guys, I can only get so felted each day." And then we have Triple P who responds, "I'm down to bring you on." Then we have DSP in the chat.
Man,
We're gonna see how
with
many
TJ
Kick the bubbles and shut him up your fucking ass. How about that?
there you go.
Old/tired. We can play multiplayer games like COD or Street Fighter 6. And this is the thumbnail DSP used for his Rageathon with the Mega Man Legacy Collection and Phil with the red face. And you know where that picture is from. Eat it. Eat it. Then everyone saw what PPP said about DSP.
Thank you, Coffee. Thank you,
Everyone
Ying.
kept mentioning with Phil. Oh, did you see this? Did you see
Are y'all
that?
familiar with the
We
anime
have
titty game?
Jack here. Did you see Kino last night? PPP a detractor.
This is the new waifu game.
Does this end the Raw podcast?
And
Then
it's
we
a
have Otter.
roguelike.
DSP confirms that Casey saying the same things that detractors do is just razzing and is hilarious. Regulars in his chat are calling him out, as if people say the same thing in chat, they get banned.
Here we go again. All right, guys. All right, it's Ash here. This is so ridiculous. These people are. I'm sorry. People are so
Oh,
slow.
Ash.
I'm sorry
Good
to say
night,
it, it's
Ash.
hard. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said this a million times, but no one listens to me. Okay. If you genuinely believe that, like, because someone is how can I say, criticizing someone or harassing
Triple
someone,
P's the
or even
same
trolling
guy,
someone,
by the
it
way,
doesn't mean
that
they
called
hate them.
his wife,
I want to
Darkside
tell you
Phil's
something.
wife,
If every single
fat
person
cat and a fat
ever
bitch.
brought up something, you know,
And it's
negative about
free.
me or made
It's
fun of me.
free
If every single one of them,
99.
if I made them like my enemy, I would have no one left to talk to. You understand that? You know that, right? Like, it's been a decade. Everyone dumps on Darkside Phil. Did you notice that? I mean, we've been living in a fucking cave, all right? So, last night on Kino Casino, they had a guest, and the guest was talking a little bit about me, so they brought me up for like a small segment where they were bringing up stuff like, you know, Phil spent all his money on WWE champions, and he scammed
It's so
his
weird he knows
viewers, and
exactly
here's him trying to
what
eat
they were
cup
talking
soup,
about.
a cup noodles
Was he
with
in
a
the
fucking
chat?
spoon, and here's
Because
him
he
trying
always
to unbox
hangs
the
out
thing
with them in the
fire alarm.
chat.
You know, all the common stuff that everyone's gone over. But what is it's funny stuff. I agree. Like, I see that segment, I laugh my ass off. I think it's funny. Legit. I think it's like, dude, they're doing the usual best
Spit it
of
out.
shit. It's like a best of montage, right? It is. It's like the funniest, dumbest shit. It's the dumb shit I've done over the years. What everyone talks about, what everyone laughs at, right?
How come it's a different story when the
what's the problem with
detractors say these
I
things?
watch it and I'm like, that's funny shit. Why?
It's my
why do we have a
favorite
problem with
price
it?
too.
Why detract? Because they want to act like this is some heinous shit going on. It's so bad, right? That they would like make
Right,
fun of
King
Phil.
Be
They made
Cruel?
fun of Phil before.
The second you
keep
say
making fun of
anything
Phil.
about the in real
If
life
Phil's
female
not
style
offended,
waifu, it's
why would
fucking
anyone
on.
be?
Even if you're
I'm the
right,
one being made
which
fun
you're
of.
not going
If
to
I
be
was
right,
King, no one should have
she
issues.
has something smart to
It's
say
funny.
about
I
her.
legit-
It's on
because
site.
I was there.
I'm fucking
I
you
would've
up.
laughed my ass off. If I was watching
It's
it
just a
live,
matter
I
of
didn't get to watch it
principle.
live. I would have had a good time with it too.
Shows
That's
how
funny
much
stuff.
he
Everyone makes fun of
cares
me for that
about his
shit.
wife.
So why?
And
I
it
don't
goes
get
to
it.
show
But
how
again,
much
it's
he
more
does
on the
not give a
internet.
shit
Why I'm
about
like, well,
anything
don't you get
except
it? You
money.
really hate your
And the
guts.
only
Yes,
reason he's
that's
putting
yes.
up with
Let
it
me
is
tell you,
because
actually
of
hates
the
my guts.
money.
That's why we just did a 2.5-hour wrestling commentary show with each other, where we played well off each other. It was a successful show.
Goddamn
We want
right.
to work together moving forward in the future. He must really hate my guts. Are you retarded?
Yo,
I mean, no, honestly.
hold
Well,
up.
that's insulting to say. I can't figure it out.
And then we have this from The Geek. So it's confirmed PPP could literally take a steamy shit in Cat's oversized mouth, and DSP would just do this gay fake laugh, call it razzing. So pathetic, it's hilarious. You are oblivious to how much a loud cow you are, DSP. DSP then goes on to say
Everything
that
they
he
have
wants
said
to
about
hit
his
5
wife and
goals
him
today.
should be fighting
That's
words. Like the
$750
first
after
thing.
getting
Oh my
wailed on
goodness.
yesterday.
Braz,
Then
what
people
up,
were not
pimp?
feeling it.
Need
They're
that
asking to
money.
change the game. And would you look at that?
Need that money.
Tech and Bob in chat. At Jinx, who by the
Thanks
way,
for hanging out
Jinx
today,
is now a
guys.
mod, by
I
the
was
way.
afraid that
Imagine that. The
I don't
person
know.
that
This
keeps
is
giving
weird.
Phil money
I always
is
feel
now
like
a
when I
mod.
go away
How did
for
the
a
last
while
two
because
work
I
out
have
for you,
real
Phil?
life obligations
Just
to
keep tipping,
do,
and
or
he'll change his
if I'm
mind.
sick
Then a bunch of
and I can't
anonymous
stream.
subs kept
You
coming
know,
in.
it only takes a little while for somebody
would
to
you
just
look at
completely
that?
fall off and
Jinx
go,
in
I haven't seen
chat.
him for a minute, so out of
You
sight,
should
out of
count it,
mind.
DSP gaming.
So I guess that's like another reason why I wanted to try to make sure that I can do this.
Who those anonymous subs were gifted from. What a mystery. Then DSP said he is confused by HDMI 2.2. He thinks it should be 3, so you know it's new.
The
and
hell?
the highest
Hold on a
number
second.
is the best one. Then Otter points out 2.2 is a higher number than 2.1.
Get yourself a PNG 2 lore face.
Now let's
yeah,
take
but
a look. See
will
how
I be able
Phil
to do
did
this?
in Mega Man 1? Surely this cannot be
Or
a bad
this?
thing for the king of retro, right?
Oh. DSP's thing is starting. That's where the music came from. Okay. Or this. Whoa. Figure the real one's still here when I get back. Well, I am not doing too good. I am feeling
Not so bad.
not to sound dramatic, but I felt like I was gonna fucking die.
Okay.
I still feel that way. My face hurts, sinus pressure, headache.
Now I can at least see the platform
Just existing
early, so
hurts,
I
and
need to wait for it.
I've drank so much NyQuil and I've eaten so many Tylenol PMs that they've stopped working. And by stopped working, I mean they stopped making me go to sleep.
Oh, this is annoying. This is annoying. Yep.
And in my stupor,
I swear I pressed
in
jump.
my stupor in my stupor being sick, I ended up playing this game a lot, but like in weird times, like I don't know, 4 in the morning, because like I can only get like 2 good hours of sleep if I'm lucky.
I love this music. I love Mega Man music.
Thanks for the hot
swear
takes,
I
Phil.
pressed it. I swear. This is not going well. I swear I pressed jump.
Hell yeah, brother.
I swear. I don't know what's going on. I told you the controls
Everybody
were
in the
delayed on
chat,
this
let's send
shit.
some bad vibes to
Mega Man-
Ying
first of all, Mega
Thing's
Man 1
coworker.
already had less precise controls than the rest of the games in the series, so
The sinus pressure was so
gonna be
bad
a
on my
rough one.
face, it started swelling my eyes shut. Oh. Hey, Sir V, how are you, my friend? Welcome back.
I can't get past the first platforms of Guts Band stage. I told you it was the hardest stage.
Welcome to the shit show. We're gonna do
I'm
a
pretty sure this is
live
the hardest stage of all
level 1 podcast react while we play the anime titty game. And we're gonna fight the urge to end it all in Minecraft. Well, let me go ahead and just move myself out of the way here with one button. You're at work though? Hey, you're making money though. For the past 12 days, I haven't been able to work. The only thing I can do is just lay around and be in pain. But thankfully, Steve of the Dead's 10-hour video dropped, so I had that one in the background while I was dying a death. It's either he dumps every trauma past, present, and future on you, or she sings and dances along to every song on the radio. There's no in between. Oh, it's a she. Well, hello there. Is she? Okay. Resistance decline, traps become more deadly.
Dude, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Sir V.
Maybe if I wasn't 3 shots in.
And then I
almost 4.
spit in God's face and I was like, "Hey guys!" I sent a tweet like 5 days ago saying, "I think I've turned the corner," and then it snowed again. And I was the only able-bodied person that was able to do so. So I shoveled the driveway and the sidewalks again.
Fuck, it hit me?
And it was very ill-advised that I did that. So I was back to square one.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get past these platforms at this point. Ugh. I'm trying.
Fuck snow. Me and my homies hate snow. Well, I guess it was a good thing I got the deck built before.
I can't do it.
Before it actually snowed. We had 3 or 4 years of no snow winters, and then this one happened. Read a Comics' little nephew is old enough and getting into Spider-Verse stuff. Was thinking about being a cool uncle and getting her some Ghost Spider comics. Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to what comic books are, but let's go. Links, thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Get a flamethrower fun and easy to use. Don't threaten me with a good time. I think that just might happen. We even have one of those machines that like shoots it out of the way, and I'm not trying to flex, the driveway and the sidewalks are so vast that even doing that was rough. It was rough. Oh, so Dashfire is really gonna just let him play Mega Man on here. Okay. But how are you doing today, Lynx? I hope you're happy, healthy, and most importantly hydrated. Please do take care of yourself because I chose not to, and I am paying for it. I'm confused. Are you allowed to stream from Twitch and YouTube simultaneously now? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't even know what to do. I can't beat it.
Then we have JG Win. Mega Man 1
and there's a plugin on OBS that will allow you to do so. It's called Atrium Multi-Stream. I'll send you a video. I'll send you a video.
Way the world works.
How I got mine set up. It's dead simple.
Dead simple. Spell out.
Hello, I just got a huge cup of milk coffee. Let's go. Let's go.
Never played Mega
We're huge fans of coffee here.
It's the Cheese King Retro, guys.
We love coffee.
What a non-rage fest.
And do be patient with me. I am suffering through the ketoacidosis that I'm experiencing. I went too hard in the paint. Don't go too hard in the paint. Please do that. Changes everything. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You can also simulcast on Twitch if you wanted to, YouTube, Facebook if you wanted to.
This is what everyone did back then, by the way.
What a cheapskate.
I had to look it up on YouTube.
Wow, what a dirty cheater.
I have 0 health.
I had bulletproof coffee today, but my butter was a very special style of butter. It was can of butter. Because I am at the point now where, okay, so I've been so sick that I haven't even been able to vape my medicinal marijuana. But what I can do is ingest my can of butter created with the magical butter machine and eventually let the butter take hold of me, and that will allow me to finally get some sleep. Milk plus frother combos. Get one if you don't have it.
We kept getting
if you like milk and coffee. I love coffee. I cannot drink milk.
What a great
it's not a part of the keto diet.
And we have Ellipsian.
And when I did have milk off the diet, like not even a month ago,
just Mega Man.
Too much information, it made me gassy. And I used to rock with milk hardcore. So let me tell you this. Would it be applicable if I instead used like almond milk? Unsweetened almond milk.
What's this all about?
Half lactose intolerant, you know.
Yeah, on Sunday, chat tossed around ideas, and we did a vote. Corey, Phil does what he wants, regardless of us.
Never tried.
He always saying the evil ones skew the polls. And then it took him almost 6 hours.
Being able to talk with you guys and gals, especially,
$600 too,
distracts me enough to not focus on the pain in my face. So thank you guys. But just be patient with me if I'm talking slow or labored. That is because I'm in pain.
And then we got
lactose-free milk
with $100. JG Win. I'm surprised the whale in question didn't know.
I'll look into it because I love my bulletproof coffee, but like I've been drinking it for the past, I don't know,
and it's 99 proof
12 years now. I've been doing keto for over a decade.
And then Otter points out, huge investment by DSP for a stream for alcohol. The marathon costs his viewers at least $7,500. Then we have Pesticore. Due to not having any hand strength, DSP attempts to use a gas station Swiss Army scissors to open a small bottle of booze. Phil has made over $600 tonight.
Oh, I love you too, Yang. Platonically and consensually.
Mangoes. Oh shit. It's on there real tight.
Interestingly enough, like it's very difficult for me to focus on one thing, and my face and eyes hurt when I look at stuff. Like, imagine how bright it is outside when the sun hits like the bright white snow while I'm out there shoveling, while my face is swollen from the sinus pressure as my eye is weeping. So I sit and when I'm done all of that, I come inside and I warm myself up, and then I fire up the old Zenless Zone Zero and have all these flashing lights give me epilepsy. Jess Cup, welcome. How are you, my friend?
Okay.
I hope you are happy, healthy, and hydrated. I hope you're feeling better than me. I can pretty much guarantee anybody's feeling better than me right now.
I don't think this is gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to go get the, you know how you get the anti-slip, like mat thing to open jars? I think I'm gonna have to get that. This thing will not open,
Here we go.
man.
So yeah, if you guys and gals are a fan of like roguelike games, this game has an entire section dedicated to it. Of course, it has all the weeb shit. I've turned it off. I just want to get to the cool fighting parts. I could care less about the story or any of that.
Ooh, this one smells good.
I said to my doctor, it hurts when I push here, and he said, stop doing that. My dad joke for the day.
Okay.
10 out of 10, no notes. Perfect. IGN. I love it.
Oh, shit. It's on there real tight. I can't, oh, fuck. I can't open this one.
My man's struggling. By the way, he had a hard time. He had a hard time opening up a bottle of 99 banana. One of them small boys.
Then guys, we have breaking news. DSP discovered that banana flavored liquor.
Oh, there it is. Speaking of the devil.
Let's see what this is like.
Sinus pains here, here, and here. Yeah, I have a lot of sinus pain in my bank account.
It actually smells like okay, it doesn't smell like real banana.
Tasty banana.
It smells like banana candy. So you ever have those banana candies?
Eating things with the. I'm terrified of elevators, so I'm taking steps to avoid them.
I have to make content for you, then sue my detractors. Also DSP, if I won the lottery, I would sue my detractors. Also DSP, who cares about the detractors? Also DSP, they're lucky I don't hit the lotto. Which is it, Phil?
But do you understand how long it would take to drag them through
By the
court?
way,
Years.
here's some bad news for you
That's how the legal
guys.
system works in the United States. Like, I'd be dragging them through court.
Here's some really bad news, in fact. I have a show coming up on the 25th or the 27th. It's at the end of the month.
It's not worth it. Me,
And this ketoacidosis has wiped me out so bad that I don't feel like I have the strength to actually wrestle a match. And I'm booked, brother.
Who don't like me and who are stealing my
I'm
content.
booked in Hollywood, brother.
Legal battles endlessly. I'd rather just sit here and make another stream, and then have fun with you and make better content and make money.
I need to see how I feel
after them. You see, it's more productive for everyone on this planet for me to just ignore them and do positive things with my time in my life. So that's my attitude. Now I've already said
He hurt his fingers.
You better hope I never hit the lotto.
Or Disney
if I ever were to come
princess.
into money, and I just find myself suddenly with a lot of free time.
Oh, you have a lot of free time, Phil. You just choose to waste it on dumb shit.
Okay, just on principle. I wouldn't even care about the money. I just want to show them that you just can't do whatever you want in life and get away with it. You can't be malicious.
He's talking about us guys, by the way.
Because you think it gets you ahead. These scumbags should be taken down, but
yeah, take us down, Phil. Let's be
I'm not within the means. You know, I just don't have it. Maybe someone else can do it.
Maybe someone else. No, I don't think so.
I'd rather just make content for you guys. Okay.
I just would rather make shitty
Back to the
content.
dancing.
Yes, Hollywood crowds, like, if I had the choice of only being booked at one venue,
studio setup,
it would be Hollywood. Like, guaranteed booking in one building, it would have to be Hollywood.
Who gives a shit about these losers who have
I don't care about the money, I just want to fulfill my revenge fantasy.
Anyway.
I see you're also a person of culture. So ketoacidosis is like the final boss of ketosis.
People actually want me to sue my
It is widely believed that only diabetics will experience this. However, maybe I'm diabetic and I just don't know. I went off my diet. I've been doing keto for like 12 years now.
But I'm not gonna hit the lotto. It ain't happening.
And I went off my diet
DSP now
in October so I can like celebrate the holidays, knowing that I was going to go back on keto at the beginning of the year. I went overboard when I went off my diet. I gained 35 pounds. I ate garbage the whole time. It was a mess. Then I went back on keto January 1st, and I immediately tried to do everything that I usually do while I'm doing keto, which is like pushing myself to do Dance Dance Revolution and exercise and all that stuff. And
the full story of all of this,
my body went into shock. It went into keto. I have a ketone breathalyzer. It measures my ketones in my breath.
2022,
and I was blowing above a 20, which indicates that I'm in ketosis, but anything that is like 40 or above indicates that I'm in ketoacidosis. That's what the paperwork says. That's what the listing says. I'm going off of what the manufacturers of the ketone breathalyzer are saying. And so I'm blowing a 60 day 2 of the stream, or day 2 of the keto diet. And it was so bad that my in real life female style waifu even mentioned that I smelt like I was emitting ketones. Like it was a vinegary, mustardy almond smell. It's not body odor, but it's a very distinct smell. We have a very good support system when it comes to health at our school. And so I had a lot of people ask about me. And one of the first things that they said was, yeah, this is ketoacidosis. When I went to the doctor, they went and took some blood tests and urine tests and all that stuff. And they said, oh, yeah, got blood in your piss. And so get that looked out, checked out. So I have an appointment set up on Thursday. I'm getting that checked out. And hopefully figure out what the hell's going on. I've since went down on the ketoacidosis. I'm now like blowing a 30, which is good.
He ended his video saying,
but I still feel terrible. My face still is pain because of the sinus pressure headache that I'm experiencing. It is it's not a good time. JG Win.
$2. Sick face. Sick face. Sick face.
Any of those complaints. So
coming in hot with the 2 spot. Thank you so much, JG Win. I appreciate you, my friend. How are you? I hope you're happy, healthy, and most importantly, hydrated.
Maybe he will, but it's light.
Diabetics and ketoacidosis have a distinct sweet smell. Yes. Yes.
I'm a different person.
And I was definitely emitting that smell.
It is what it is. It's water under the bridge.
I'm not saying that the doctors were wrong. I'm just saying that it is very it is very possible that I'm able to also experience ketoacidosis because I went too hard
still dying in the Mega Man games, and he said he's dying a lot because his wireless controller is now fucked up.
Is it weed messing with the blood sugar levels? That's a good question. I'm gonna answer it the diplomatic way. Because I'm a 20-year professional wrestler.
Better. And you talk about how you can now give him more
I would prefer to use marijuana for my medicinal purposes for my pain, and it also helps me out with my mental. This does sound kind of crazy to say out loud, but like I really do suffer from
goals and
like overthinking and such, anxieties and such. But then when I get high, I vaporize it. I have a volcano hybrid for that. I immediately am set in a better mood. I'm like, fuck it, it's not that big of a deal. Yada yada yada.
No one really knew.
And it does sound like a crutch, but it's the thing that helps me in my pain and in my mental. And I've been so sick that I haven't been able to vape, and so indulging in the canna butter definitely helps me out a lot. The butter will help me stay in ketosis as well, which is another reason why I'm such a huge advocate of the magical butter machine.
The whole idea
sounds reasonable. Again, like I am more than open to evolving my opinion if I'm presented with different data.
Okay, well, I'll be back later to support again.
I'm not like one of those, you just need to find the right strain kind of guy. If it works, it works. And I can tell you that right here, right now, my number one thing is to distract myself long enough to not notice my face is hurting so bad. And sitting here and playing
Then we
these
have
games with
gameplay
you guys
folder.
and watching
Only thing I
Phil
learned about the marathon
definitely helps
was
me
that
out.
it got so
And
boring,
that and sleeping.
Jade
And
bailed.
unfortunately, I haven't
How
been able
bored
to
do you have
sleep in a
be
long
for
time.
Jade
So that's
to
what I'm
fuck
doing.
off?
Just
Then
ponder with
DSP
your
got
doctor
his
about your future
food, he
diet
got
needs.
Chinese food.
Yeah, no,
And look at this
no
picture.
aggro at all. I
Just
really do
look at
appreciate
it.
the conversation for real.
Absolutely
Yeah,
disgusting.
weed isn't for everyone.
And then
Certainly
misery
not my twin.
merchant. Plastic bowl on paper
More for
plate.
us, right?
Food on floor. DSP is a wild
That just means
animal.
more for us.
And this is what he was referring to, where DSP decided
I don't
to
think it
get
does
really messy.
does anything for my blood sugar, but I'm definitely going to be trying. I'm going to try to be more attuned to what my body's telling me when it comes to this kind of stuff. So you only hurt because you fell from heaven. Oh, stop! Keep going. I'm almost there.
Sauce on my pants. There was some sauce that somehow hit my pants. I don't know how,
Ew. Phil.
but indeed it did. And it's not even
Question:
coming
does
off.
that plug-in give you all the chat windows? No, I have two docs open on my OBS, one with the YouTube chat and the other with the Twitch things. And I'll show you how to do that too.
With condensation, and my right leg has a sauce stain. Unacceptable. I was supposed to be cleanly. Feasting and partaking in this food. I've blown it. All right. Well.
Then they daily
JG,
wrap.
what's the
It's
slick
only
line?
3
I'm sorry.
minutes and 27 seconds. Imagine that. He gets all that money, and it's a smaller daily wrap. And he puts the title as Mega Man Marathon was a huge success. Remember when
Was it?
a
It was though.
Rage-a-thon?
He made
I
$700
remember.
and he got drunk.
And then he tweets this out. Great Mega Man Marathon today, so enjoy the vids as they go live. Tomorrow, get back to a normal schedule of Dark Souls 1 with mods on the first stream, and the continuation of Killer Frequency on the late shift. See you then. And that brings us to Thursday. And look at that. DSP in this chat hungover. But he said
Getting a beef pork for
it's not because he's
shellfish.
hungover,
Eliminates
it's
about
'cause he's getting
99% of
older.
foods I like. Oh, that's no
Now
good.
imagine that,
You know what's
the gambling, alcoholic,
seafood is a
food-addicted
big
42-year-old
staple. It's a
not feeling
cornerstone
well
of the
after a night
ketogenic
of
diet.
drinking.
I do not like.
What a shocker.
I do not
What a
like
shocker.
seafood at
And
all.
DSP goes on to claim that the trackers
just don't like it.
doxed him.
I tried it.
We have
Wasn't my
dragged
bag.
Chat. I searched where DSP lives, and it actually says Washington. DSP.
I love
Yeah,
you,
the
blue
trackers
boy.
doxed me 1 week after moving here in 2014.
Don't you hate it? You're only hurt because you
DSP.
fell from it. Oh.
Big news. I'm moving to
Coffee
Seattle
knows how
area,
to
Washington,
gaslight me.
August 24th, 2014.
Always reaching out,
DSP.
making sure I'm okay in
Here
the Discord.
Renton. Who did what now, Phil?
The boss says you're not even kidding.
Sending
I
me
typed in
medicinal
where-
titties.
The boss says you're not even kidding. I typed in where does DSP live, and it actually says Washington. When did they dox
Why are you
They doxed
doxing
me the
yourself
week
on
I
stream,
moved
bro?
in. I moved here.
Canned sardines are kind
summer
of godly for
2014.
keto, though.
So
Bro,
it's been here. I don't think
you
doxed
know
me
what?
that
You know
week.
what?
You can post my
I'm not going to be like
fucking,
Phil. I
address all
will
over the internet.
indulge in
They made an
the
entire YouTube
practice
channel with
of
my address as the title.
trying something new.
I've got huge news
Canned
for everyone.
sardines. I will venture outside of my comfort zone.
This is basically the official announcement.
Because I'm at the point now where it's like, I'll do anything to get the pain to stop.
Yeah, we have now
Love eating raw
officially
oysters.
come
Ugh.
to terms.
Yeah, you'll never see me have a
on
raw
the
oyster.
purchase of a home,
COD,
near
but that's
Seattle,
about it. I like Call of Duty.
which means that there is a pending closure coming.
Don't you hate
and
how
I
Phil
will be
like kind
moving
of
to the
calls his
Seattle, Washington
live
area
streams shifts
within
like
the
it's a
next couple of
job,
months.
like to kind of give it
I've
more.
finally gotten all the documentation I need.
You're just playing
to
video
get my
games, dude. It's
car
not a job.
registered in the state of Washington. Yes, finally, the car dealership that blew off my phone calls for 2 weeks mailed me the request form to get a copy of the title of my car to send it to the office here in Renton.
What
And I
the
have my
hell
driver's
is Phil
license
talking
now,
about?
and I have
I'm
a
kinda lost
registration
here.
Copy. I have everything I need to go get this freaking car registered.
Sound off in the chat. What's your
DSP,
favorite
this
and
is a
least favorite
podcast, so I have the
seafood?
right to give my opinion. Meanwhile, any
My
opinion
answer
the
would be
Jackos
easy.
has on any podcast will be considered a
None
lie.
and
But
everything.
anyway, thank you for first tip of the day. Again, someone I'm sure will correct me.
How
and
pretentious
say,
of
"Phil,
him to
you're a
say
complete
first
dunce
tip
and a
of the
moron.
day,
You
like
don't
he's
understand
expecting
anything
more."
about it, so you should just keep your big mouth shut. However, this is a podcast.
Well, you're in good
so
company there,
I have the right
Yang.
to give my opinion on anything. That's just my uneducated take on it, and feel free to eviscerate me in the comments. Okay.
Then the day before, DSP talked about Assassin's Creed Shadow being delayed yet again. And this is how he titles his video about that. DSP destroys Assassin's Creed Shadows as it gets delayed yet again.
Yet
Then DSP goes on to
again.
say
Fuck outta
the
here, Phil.
Argentine restaurant near him closed.
Argentinian?
My
I don't know
favorite
if there
seafood is my
Argentinian. Someone said
hey
or
sideways
Argentinian.
Dutchman. Thank you for sharing with the class. Hey, look, we've got a cunning linguist in the chat. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for stopping by.
So there's no Argentinian food around here, Sam.
Least favorite sea urchin, says Sir V. Favorite salmon stomach. What? It's super fatty and tastes amazing cooked or as sushi. Interesting. Very good. Thank you for sharing.
On the California wildfire.
Eating things on Twitch says I love my mom's salmon cakes, Philly rolls, and fish sticks. That's it. Oh, there you go. My Asmo on YouTube says a little deep fried white fish is okay, but never my first choice. Well played. Well played.
It's not like this is, oh, this randomly happened and it was
Eating
shocking.
thing on Twitch says least favorite the rest. All right.
I don't know. Maybe it's a, I don't know.
Oh,
maybe
we've got the slideshow
thing. If you're rich, you want to take the chance of having the
No, we've had the
luxury house, but it
slideshow.
might burn down. I don't know. It sounds weird to me. Like I said, I would not want to be in any kind of a high risk area or anything like that.
High risk area. Ugh. Speaking of Phil's stupid ass voice, can you hear everything all right? I don't want the video game to be too loud. I want it to be there. I guess in like on a curve, I want my voice to be the most available to hear, followed by the video that we're watching, followed by the video.
But could still face disruption from a volcanic.
Sounds good to you? Thank you. Again, I'm deaf in one ear, so it's difficult for me to.
And will happen again in the future. DSP then went on to say that Mongolian food near him
figure
is
it out.
bullshit because it's Chinese.
You can soak
food.
good quality
He
canned
also
tuna
said
in
that he'd
light
be open to
salted
bring back
water
some of his
overnight,
other
discard the
shows
water, and
from
make
the
it a
past,
mayo salad.
except Cooking
Almost
with the
like
King.
chicken and very
He
low
won't
fish
because of the
taste.
trolls.
You know what,
He
Links? I'm
never
going to
cooked in a
copy and
while,
paste that
so he
and put
doesn't
that
know if he'll
in
be able to do it
my
restaurant.
notes.
Then he went on to say that there's no
This is some good information. Thank you, guys.
And we see some German restaurants.
And the in real life female style waifu loves a cooking challenge. She's a huge cooking style enjoyer, and she loves retrofitting reverse engineering keto foods from real
almost like he's
foods.
spending that money already and needs to make up for it. Chargebacks are back, baby.
Perfect.
This is
Thank you,
something I don't
Lynx.
think
I
we've
appreciate
seen
that.
since Kino came into play. At the start of the year, we're hitting all the classic
Still in the game are about the same right now.
excuses
I can hear you
and
over both.
scams.
Okay, bet. Thank
Then
you.
he went on to describe a sandwich
Yes.
as a handheld bread. We then get to Dark Souls 1 with mods.
He actually said this, a handheld
block.
bread.
Stands
Jesus
directly
Christ.
in front of bad guy. Tries to heal. Bad guy punishes him. DSP. Oh my god, what the? They
What
made this
the?
harder,
Huh?
dude.
3, 2, 1. There you go.
Wow, what range? I'm rolling, he's still hitting me.
That's why I
Don't you
love Dash. It's like, it's a roulette sometimes. And I post on Twitter just to see if the stuff that I say gets featured on the next Dash Fire video.
I told you I can't heal. The heals have been made so bad. With this
I got your
version, it's
handheld
beginning
bread
to make it harder.
right here.
It's like every time you
Sheesh.
heal, they just hit you right back anyway. It doesn't matter.
But expect no wonders if you absolutely hate fish and there's no win here. I'll tell you what, because of my
We have duty.
antibiotics,
A snack
it's
for
been
later.
very difficult for
A
me to
beautiful
eat
mess
anything
adds
outside of
onto it.
eggs,
Wiped it on his Zelda
scrambled
jammies.
eggs, omelets, and egg soup. I definitely need to up my sodium intake too, because that's one of the things that
Those itches.
you definitely need to keep stock on.
Get him up on the leaderboard here.
He has to be. Well, obviously this is because he has no real life people to interact with, and his only interactions with people are the people through his screens. So like it makes sense that he has no real grasp of actual sayings or isms or memes and such. Because like, I mean, we're all hanging out together and we can all probably prattle off a couple of DSP quotes, but like outside of the DSP circle, who would actually get those references, right? And so him saying like,
There was no way to
that's
regain
how
my
the
footing.
crumble
Once he hit
cookies
me
or
with the
something, or
arrow,
that's how
I
the
was already
cookie
on a
falls
point where
apart.
You couldn't get solid footing, so
And would you look at that? Day after an event.
He, like
they're
we
tapped
know
out.
what he's trying
not
to say,
getting
but he
money
doesn't
now.
say it the
And
right
he's only
way.
at
And I have a buddy
$48.
of mine
That's
who
not
gets
gonna
really
do it,
upset when
dude.
I say shit like
With Otter, you
ATM
can tell
machine
DSP is
or
human,
in real
but only
life
having
or in
$48 so
IRL.
far, as he's essentially sitting in silence, angrily playing Dark
She would
Souls.
absolutely hate
Then we have this
Phil,
message in chat.
but she's
from
been
Chili
spared. I
Dog.
haven't introduced him to her
Dag
yet.
dude, I walked into work 20 minutes late, told my boss I was going to use the restroom, and then we could begin work. I did nothing wrong.
Oh, and she makes
Then
a
we
wonderful
have Iron
omelet.
Ice Coffee, Hypnotic Chef. Let's get some support going, guys. Look at that.
Yeah, what I need to
Amazing.
do is watch a DSP
192
Street
people
Fighter
watching.
6 stream. That'll get
Hit
me
in the
enough
bottom of the barrel
salt.
there, Phil. Then it looks like DSP's Dark Soul character.
His only interactions are with the people he can control. Ooh,
and then the money was still
very
not
true,
coming
like his
in.
wife.
And DSP's getting angry despite getting around $1,500 in the past 2 days.
Well, guys, it's been a while since
I don't understand how Phil can have a slideshow going for like 30 minutes plus and expect people to hang out. That just drives me insane. I always have a 10-minute prelude, stream starting soon, so everybody can stop in, see what's going on, and then it's off to the stream. I don't get this whole like 30-40 minute.
Well, everyone, it's been quite a while since we had any kind of support come in. It would be great if you're enjoying
it's like
the
the
mod
same
run of Dark
shitty,
Souls 1 if you could support the
it's
stream.
the same shitty photos
Again,
over
and
and over and over, and the same music over and over and over
you
again.
got memberships and gifted memberships. If you're on Kick, you got subs and gifted subs. And if you're on either, you can tip. All right, that's a third-party thing. So please support in some way. Still got about 2 hours left on today's stream of gameplay. We're definitely going to beat the Painted World. It's not that long. Yeah.
Let me see if I can say this correctly.
And let's keep going. You're about to take off, Jinx. Thanks for helping out, Jinx. Have a good day of travel. and wish you the best.
Is a fish that tastes very mild.
Then
I
we
would
have
say just a slight
He's
egg
like that
taste.
little kid that always like, hey, can I show you
Omega
something?
Mac, what's up,
Then when he
Pimp?
does, you do that very
How are you, my
sarcastic,
friend?
Whoa, cool, buddy.
Hey, we all need to get familiar with Omega Mac 10. Let me go ahead and shout the homie out. His channel over on Twitch is an absolute vibe. Check it out.
See my RGBs?
Okay, I could see why Nintendo wouldn't want this.
Oh my.
Yeah, it should be the whole series.
Excuse me.
It was all a dream. You never had a son? Curb stop.
Very organic and meaningful. Very good. Yeah, so Omega Mac 10 over on Twitch. Huge friend of the channel.
Look at my RGB. See, they move when I talk. They're orange and yellow today to match the lava background of my setup. But you can't see it because I'm using the background removal tool. Unfortunate.
You really should call his channel RGB Space Gaming.
And then money was still not coming in. We have a quote from DSP. Okay, guys, we're in the finale
Big
now.
ups,
Last chance
hey,
to
there
support.
is
Should be
the
great to get
artists
50 bucks,
themselves.
but it doesn't look like we will. Then the stream
Look at
ended,
this.
and he was at $48.
We're watching your video and we're playing the anime
Now the
booba
question
game.
is,
The only way to
does
live
this
life.
mean he's gonna wage
It's actually
quit this?
distracting me
Remember,
from the pain
he
that I'm
said
experiencing.
He can only play games
suffering
that
from the
people
sinus
at
pain
10,
and the sickness.
which is at 192 viewers.
How are
I think.
you? Thank you
And
so
that
much for
people
dropping
support.
another
He didn't even
2 to
hit
3 hour
$50, just
banger.
saying.
I've had your
Then the
videos
night
on in the
stream came,
background
it
while I
Killer
was suffering
Frequency,
in bed.
And he said he won't play Killer Frequency tonight on mouse and keyboard because it's too much work.
Big ups to
move
you
his desk
and
tray,
yours, my
which is
fellow
on
Canadian
wheels,
friend.
to his setup. Basically, he's going like 10 feet and it's on wheels. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Then Banana Jones. DSP really deadass mentioned radio serials when talking about Killer Frequency, as if this shit is the 1930s or some stupid shit like that. And you'll never believe this, guys.
Glitched
His
out.
night stream
There he goes.
was also low supported. I know. I'm shocked too. And DSP's going to go on to claim it's not a big
At
deal.
the end of the
but I
video
need
is
to hit the
amazing
pools.
AI videos.
So support
the
if you
illegal
can,
ones.
But it's not the end of the world.
They're illegal, dude.
But also, just to preface this, one of the lowest support days I've had in ages. Not that this is the end of the world at all, or even really a bad thing. I've had so many
Well, then,
great
shut
support
up
days
about it.
recently where we were hitting
If it's not the end of the world, it's not a
1,
bad thing.
2,
Leave it
3
alone.
or more goals a day. So it
But
doesn't
you love
really
this,
matter that we
guys.
had an off day, as long as this doesn't become a pattern. You know what I mean? It was a great day, gameplay-wise, but we didn't even make
I don't
50
know how
bucks
you
of support
how
today.
you put
know, and
this
a lot
all
of people are
together.
like,
It
wonder
seems like a
why.
lot
Well,
of
let's be
work.
honest. Support has been amazing recently.
Steve of the
I've
Dead
had
has
several days
competition.
where we were hitting not only just 1 goal, but 2 or 3 goal rewards in a day. I mean, we just had a marathon yesterday where we had
Yeah,
over
let me tell you about all the
$700
money I
support.
made
So I
and
was like,
why are you not
so
continuing
surprised
to
if
give me
today
all
people
that
come
money?
by were like, well, I supported yesterday, and they couldn't today. It's not a big deal. Okay?
So then
Now,
shut up about it.
Killer Frequency. What was the attendance
So if it's
like?
not a
Do you
big
want to know
deal,
the
why
truth? I
mention
don't
it?
even
True.
know. I didn't even look.
Facts.
But I would say for those that were there, they were having a good time. Both chats were engaged and being nice and talking about the game.
And
But
supporting.
support was terrible. Support, we made like less than 30 bucks. I'm serious. So all in all today, I didn't even make $100.
Guys,
between
I've
both of
never
my
made
streams.
$30 on the
That's a
stream, so
bad
if I
day,
did
but
make $30 on
it's
the stream,
okay
I
to
would
have a
call
day
it a
like
wild
today when I've
success.
had so many good days recently. So I just want you to understand everything's fine. okay? The only way this will become a area of concern if it keeps happening, right? Like if tomorrow again I have a bad day, and then Sunday I have a bad day.
And it did,
yeah, then it's going to be like,
become
crap,
a pattern
that's not good.
and a problem.
So let's hope for the best. Let's hope that today was just an off day, especially because of the marathon the day before. And yes, I'll be honest, I do hope that you guys will show up tomorrow and engage and support, because today was, you know, so slow. Again, not the end of the world. You know, not horrible, crippling, you know, not like it used to be where I would just freak out every single time we had a slow
You're
day.
freaking out right now, my guy.
Because things are good. Like I said, because you guys have supported me so much recently, it's legit not a big deal at all that we had the slow day. But I do hope that
I had to
things
change
do
my
pick up
tractor
tomorrow,
account.
and that we
Some
don't
more subs
endlessly
for
have
you,
slow
I
days.
guess.
So let's see how it goes.
Sneeb. Welcome.
Thanks to everyone today who chilled and did support. And let's see how our week ending day is. Hopefully it's a good one. I like to rally and end the week strong. Okay.
And then DSP
Welcome
always
to the
claims
shit
he
show.
never
I
drinks
hope
soda
you're
anymore.
happy, healthy, and hydrated.
But guess what? He has soda in the house, which he says he never has as well. And he's going to drink it on stream and says that this flavor is good, even though he never drinks soda. DSP then claimed his wife made baked chicken thighs from scratch. Look at that. $29
It's $700
for the
plus
entire
one day,
stream.
but cries poor the
Gamer
very
Face
next
Gaming.
day. I say
As
unbelievable,
usual, after
but with Phil,
marathon,
it's very
there is
on
dip
brand
on
for him.
support.
Ozzy's Game
It's
Room,
like the
you
circle
are
of
correct.
life on Lion King, but it's a circle of begging. It never
Big
ends.
ups, mi
And we will
amigo.
all die in the end or something, except him. He will keep on begging until the end of the cosmos.
You are dead, Ruh.
And then
Just
we had
forgot
this
to
from
change it before
Bilbo
subbing.
Tea
Hey, well,
Baggins.
there you go.
What
Even
happened to
still,
streams
thank you so
starting
much.
earlier, so you can spend more time with your wife. Then on the first stream, the Dark
Here's
Souls
my-
stream, Beaver Bother
Here's my modus
was
operandi.
joking around with DSP
Watch
saying,
time hours.
Oh, if you
We
kill
got the
boss,
1K
I'll give you
subs.
$20 and gave him $2.
Got it on Christmas, in
And
fact,
said,
the greatest
"Oh,
Christmas
that's a
gift of
mistake.
all.
I'm going to send you $40, and then gave him $4.
Now I just
It
got
was
to work on
obviously
that
a joke.
4,000
And then give him
hour
another
watch
tip
time.
and said, oh, I put the decimals in the wrong spot.
I'm not even
And gave him
impressed
$1.
about it.
Well, DSP didn't like that,
The
and he
views will
banned
come.
him. He's now
Views,
saying,
views. You know, I'm
if
not
you want
Mr.
to get
Views.
unbanned, you better pay me $80 that you owe me.
Beaver Bother tipped me $1.50 and says,
Oh,
could
I
you
got
unban
it.
my
Shit.
YouTube account? I'd like to chat on YouTube. Sure, as soon as you tip me the actual funds you promised me for being
Breaking
bosses
TOS,
in
by the
Dark
way.
Souls.
Breaking TOS, by the
So
way.
let's see. At first it was $20 and you tipped me 2.
Can't do that.
Then again it was $20 and you tipped me 2. Then you said $40
Yep,
and
Dutchman
you
got
tipped
it
me
right.
4. But actually you didn't. You only tipped me 1.
Too
So
bad
as
he
soon as
didn't
you tip
record
me
this part, huh?
about $80, maybe I'll consider
Too bad
unbanning
only
you
the
from
dang
YouTube
dirty
since
trolls.
You lied. How about that?
Excuse me.
How about that? When
How about
Beaver
that?
Bother stops being a liar, okay, then maybe he'll get
I'll
unbanned.
fire up Stardew shortly, but I will listen. Hey, thank you so much.
Then DSP throughout the night kept saying, guys, please support to make up for earlier. And once these
Anytime
support
that
keep
you
coming
spend
in
here
through
with
the
us in
stream.
any way
And
is greatly
specifically,
appreciated.
He wants tips.
I like to
because he
think of
didn't get
this
much
corner of the
earlier.
internet as a
And look at
no
that, he
obligation
stayed
channel.
at $29
You guys
for
are
the
under
entire
no
stream.
obligation
And
whatsoever.
then I put this out. Remember the endless loop of DSP? After 2 low streams, you always get
fucking
whales
moron!
on the next stream. And then DSP in the daily
If you want
wrap
to become a
said,
part of the
"One
show, just
the
like
lowest
Coffee Not
supported
Safe for
days
Work did,
I've
you
had
could
in ages."
type in
Then
exclamation
if you
point
remember
DSP into the
previous
chat.
day, his daily
I'll
rap
get
was
you a
3 minutes
random
and 27 seconds.
curated,
When he got whaled out. On this
DSP
day, it was 10 minutes and
sound
21
effects.
seconds because support was low. And he had to remind people, please don't let this become a pattern. Let's see how the week ended for DSP.
De La
before
Muca. I
that,
apologize if I butchered
He had
that
this
word.
video come out of nowhere.
Thank you so much for hanging
Louis
out, my
Steve.
friend.
I'm pretty
I
certain
hope you're happy,
he's
healthy, and
exploiting
hydrated.
disabled people.
I hope you're
This is
enjoying
about
your
DSP.
Sunday.
And there is a number of
I'm one of the men from
people
some
who
keto
are in
acidosis
Darkside
style
Build
pain,
regulars,
aches and pains,
who
but
are
being able to
confirmed
hang
be
out with everyone,
like they're
every one of y'all here
physically
is
disabled, maybe they're also mentally disabled.
really cool.
But they are confirmed. And again, I'm not going to name
Oh,
anyone
listen to this
outright,
guy.
I don't want to. But
I watched
it
this
is
guy
known
the other day. He's really
that
good.
several of the regular people who go onto his streams are disabled. 100%. That's not me just guessing. That is, as far as we know, fact.
Thank you so much.
And
I
he doesn't talk
appreciate
to
you.
people in a way that you talk to regular adults. This is a 43-year-old man. 42, 43, whatever it is.
Narkill 420,
he
thank
doesn't
you so
talk to
much.
what
Even
he
if
talks
it
to adults
wasn't recorded,
He talks
YouTube
to
wouldn't
his
care about the. Even if it was recorded, YouTube wouldn't care.
Like they
YouTube
are
doesn't
children.
care. Big ups to Willie
177
Steve.
likes.
True.
Let's get it to 200, guys. We're so close. But outside of that, guys, this is it. This is the last hour. This is the final countdown to continue the King Streak. We're at 12
The
straight.
final
And
countdown,
the
y'all.
only game that let us down was Black Myth Wukong.
Please support the stream. Let's keep that streak alive. Let's get a new top tipper at $12 to push us into at least tier 2. All right, and keep going. Let's keep the streak alive and keep it moving. All right, guys.
I watched this video. Steve gave me some great advice. He's not going to take it though. And in fact, his retort was like even shittier than I would have expected. Like, obviously you're obsessed with me. I mean, who isn't? Everybody's obsessed with me. I'm such a great person. I'm changed, dude.
If you guys are enjoying the stream, we're trying to keep the King's streak alive today and hit 13 straight streams of hitting my tip skulls. Right now we only have an hour left on the stream, so please, if you guys can tip today, please do. Let's keep it going. Keep that positivity and momentum moving. It's been great.
I have received an incredibly generous $1.50 tip.
You asshole.
All right, guys, we've got about a little over half an hour left on the stream. Okay? Please support it. Last chance to really do so. I was really hoping that this was going to go over well.
But he's really short and curt with it. You know he's pissed off. Please support it.
But I'll be honest, I don't think, I don't really think it's working as well as I had hoped. I thought more people would be excited.
You thought.
For a modded run that's this challenging. It's much more challenging.
No, it's the same game you played 6 times before, guy.
Now, I'm not an idiot, all right? I know there's going to be a couple of people in Darkside Build audience who are just, for one reason or another, intent on throwing money at him, and they're perfectly fine. You know what? This isn't about them. The point I'm getting at is that,
isn't it crazy too that this guy in one video ends up like masterclassing Phil on how to put together a video? He has great audio, great editing.
My YouTube algorithm for this, like my YouTube search is fucking inundated with DSP. I have ruined the results.
I hope he came across one of my videos. That would have been awesome.
For the next several months, I'm just going to be getting DSP content constantly fired at me. So I've been watching a lot of this guy's shit. And I really do think he is going after, targeting, and segmenting the most vulnerable people who will come across him. And fuck, like, I don't want to sit here and make myself like the chairman of disabled people. But
yep, the vortex will swallow you whole.
I feel like somebody who is disabled needs to.
But I thought people like him now, dude.
Call this out.
You hear the name DSP and people go, "Oh, I know that guy."
See, DSP will often say,
"He's a cool guy."
That people who
really chill guy
go into and you go into his chat, and normal people go into his chat, right? But like I say, if a regular person goes into DSP chat and they bring up anything that might be oppositional to DSP, even just a smidge, DSP has an answer for that.
Yeah, how about this? Banned. Gone. Forever. Because I don't put up with your fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
normal people like Derek? Well, then I guess I'm not normal. Fuck that fucker.
Because he will immediately just fuck you off. No, not interested. And so...
Isn't it his birthday coming up soon, by the way?
To communicate with DSP.
Of course he would tell every porn star that will listen to him. Oh, and also, funny bit, you know these porn stars aren't really talking to you on Twitter. It's their bot accounts, or they have a social media person that does that.
About everything, you would think that
me or a PlayStation 5, bitch, ain't you?
They're just
people probably some Reddit mod doing it,
guys. They love his content. He's just so
birthday
good
week.
And so beloved. But just a very, very quick check online.
Oh, guys, we are so back.
That's not true.
And then DSP actually responded to this, and the timing at the end, who he says hi to.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let's watch this, and then we're gonna go to real side.
He's a disabled guy who called you out for manipulating disabled people into giving you money. Wow. So apparently, just listen to this. I am some kind of amazing, like, mind control person who I can reach out to you through the internet and control your minds, okay? And force you to do things against your will. Specifically disabled people, too. Somehow I magically know if you watching are disabled or not. And I'm targeting specifically just the disabled people. Does this sound like any logical statement that any human would make? Or does this sound like a bunch of drama bullshit by someone who's desperate?
Damn.
Thank you. Okay, now we can move on. What's going on? Good morning, Jade. How you doing today? Welcome.
For those of you that do not know, Jade is an unironic Dark Side Phil enjoyer, but he's also severely handicapped. It's not his fault. And we actually stand for Jade, all right? This isn't out of malice. This isn't, where I'm not trying to be mean. Jade is a true blue Dark Side Phil fan, and Phil treats him like shit. And he talks to him like a child, as Wheelie Steve said. And to have him go off about Wheelie Steve saying that he preys on the weak-minded, on the mentally challenged and inept, and then immediately segues into a, hey, Jade, what's going on? That's just, you couldn't write that. You couldn't write that shit. It's too on the nose, but here we are. Do you think he does this, like, intentionally?
Having these streams where I just have to kind of, like, not be making content, except for one person, have actually cost me. Like, take a look at where I am in my current playthroughs right now. Indiana Jones. We're almost done with the game.
Raised. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the show. I hope you're happy, healthy, and hydrated.
And we're still not in sight. Stalker 2.
Squeaky wheels, Jade.
We're basically heading now into the second half of the game.
Imagine some bot named Philbot Real. That'd be funny yet disturbing as hell. I mean, Phil may not be an alien. He's definitely not a human, but I would accept if he was a bot. If he was actually just AI cobbled together of, dumbass takes from a boomer.
Did really well on the first
episode,
time. And we're brainstorming better and bigger ideas for the show.
All Jade ever wanted was to play some Street Fighter with Phil, but he always finds an excuse not to play. Very true. And like Brian, top tier rated, had to like,
I make money doing it because keep in
had
mind,
to like
I do
twist his arm to get him to wish him a happy birthday,
or for my time. But basically, I just feel like it doesn't really work for the way that we're doing stuff now. And so,
be patient with me. I'm in pain.
Last time that I do it.
One look mode while I'm meal prepping. Well, thank you for hanging out, my friend. You're always welcome to hang out. There's no obligations here on this channel.
Which was actually how this whole idea began. For those who don't know,
hope you like it here.
I have a Patreon. I literally never talk about it
once I start feeling a little bit better.
Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. And if you pledge $50, you've bought yourself a video. And the video was supposed to be a 20-minute long Q&A video. It was not supposed to be a 30-minute long to 2-hour long react video.
This is guaranteed money he's talking about, by the way. He just doesn't want to react to Singaporean
like a lot of my React content
propaganda videos anymore. Hey, Slayer, you idiot. You can pay me $200 to watch
So, you know, people might still be able to buy like a 20-minute Q&A video if they want, but
Brian will have 2 to 6 people in the stream and put on a better show than Phil. This is true. This is true.
All right. So anyway,
we have Brian here on this corner of the internet sometimes. We do Monday Night Brawl.
Be a great week coming up. I'm very excited.
Where we link up and play Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Tekken and all that. It's a lot of fun.
Episode 2 of Smart Guys. All kinds of fun stuff going on. We'll get to that. Yesterday, of course, was my day off, but I would also like to talk about what went down on Friday.
Imagine paying
because
for
we had some
Q&A from
interesting
this idiot
developments in
when he
both
does
Indiana
Q&A
Jones
daily.
and Street Fighter 6, which I like to talk about.
I don't really think that far ahead.
Both playthroughs.
What's the over-under that there's going to be a Q&A
I guess I
today?
could say, but I think there is some good news
let's
here
make a
that
poll.
I'd like to share with all
let's
of you.
Make a poll.
Let me just tell you guys how refreshing any beverage tastes when I drink it out of the officially branded Level 1 Podcast two-sided mug, which you can get over on darksidephil.shop. Just
what a shill.
Just throwing that out there for awareness. Anyway,
spreading awareness.
So, I mean, where to even begin, right? Where do you begin
New
with a show like
dropped
today where I
over
have so
on
many topics to
YouTube.
cover?
New
All
poll
right,
dropped over on YouTube.
There's one I want to throw out right away because I don't want to forget about it.
Let's let
For those
democracy.
who don't know, I have a
let's exercise our
YouTube
democracy
channel.
while
I don't
we still
talk
can.
about it often.
Honey garlic chicken and rice. Oh, I do miss food.
It is there, and a lot of work is put into it by my editing team. Okay.
Darziak.
And basically almost every day, although it's not every day, probably I'd say 4 or 5 times a week, a new video is put up there, a restored playthrough from my past, now fully remastered. Okay, you can find this channel at youtube.com/@DSP Throwback. That's how you find it.
Throwback.
Currently, right now, we have Mass Effect 1, my original run of the game from way back when, early on in my YouTube days, and Resident Evil 5, yes, another really old playthrough from back in the day, that are both being remastered and uploaded kind of alternating days. Both
that channel's dead, by the way. And when I say dead, this is me saying it's dead.
Say a new part comes out entitled
I only get
We are almost
100
done
views on
with
the video
Mass
if
Effect
I'm
1.
lucky.
It looks like probably another week or so, and Mass Effect 1 will be done.
His views in
And so we're thinking about
2004
what should be the next
crashed, especially
project
for DSP
to be
throwbacks.
restored,
This
remastered
reeks
for a
of
modern
needing to
audience.
boost the numbers there. This is true.
I'm debating, but I'm thinking we could either go with Mass Effect 2, jump right into the sequel, or possibly, how about this classic, Assassin's Creed 2?
Ooh, that's what he really wants
That's
you to
one
do.
from way back in the day. One of the classic playthroughs from early on that I definitely think
And
could work.
big ups to everybody that crunches the
I'd like
numbers.
to have
I
your
couldn't do
feedback.
it.
If you're someone who watches the channel, please let me know.
I don't have the patience
We have
for
about
it.
a week to figure it out. And so that's on deck. So for those who don't know, the Throwback channel still has those new videos going up. It doesn't have a big audience. I'm serious. Like the videos get like 50 to 100 views each.
Yeah,
and then over
fucked.
time they get a little bit more. It's not for a wide audience. It's for people who maybe want to see my old
It's for
style of
idiots.
content but don't want to watch videos that look like Peach Fuzz, you know, and terrible audio. They're done with better visuals, better, you know, the voiceovers are improved, put into a proper playlist, proper titling, etc.
The way he
30-minute parts instead of
enunciates
10-minute
things
parts.
drives
You know,
me
there's a lot of
insane.
improvements on that channel. So I definitely hope you will give it a look if you haven't yet. Maybe many of you don't even know the channel exists. And also, last year, one of
I
the
hope your
best things
mom's
that I
doing
liked doing was
okay.
doing Throwback Nights, Retro React Nights.
And that does sound
where,
delicious.
Every
I do
Sunday
love me
night, I
some
would go
Nutella.
to the Throwback channel, and we would do a live stream of me reacting to one of these old playthroughs. Well, at the end of 2024, we already did a poll, and you guys determined the next
On his
playthrough
faces
you want
now
to
is
see
the
is Fallout
CPMs
3,
in January
which
on
is
YouTube
already
crash out
fully
post-holiday
remastered and
season, so
uploaded
this
to the
isn't
channel.
going to help right now.
I'm
It'll
down for
probably
that.
March.
I just need to find the right time
It's
to do it. As I said, right
crazy.
now,
Like,
I'm
everybody's so
already trying
smart
to
on this
find
stuff.
time in my schedule to do everything. I do want to bring it back. Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah, we're
really
gonna do
do.
it.
So maybe late January
Does
or
Cat throw
maybe
it back on
February.
Tyrone?
Okay, we'll
I
see.
think Cat-
But I don't think now's the time yet. Now when I'm trying to play catch up, when I'm trying to do
I
my
think she
final
would
react
if she
video, I'm
could.
trying to do all this stuff. I think like we should do it soon.
She
but not
perfectly
immediate.
contentious.
Okay, so DSP
Snacking.
Throwback, give it a look.
Now her sister,
Check it
on the
out.
other hand,
Good stuff. Okay,
Officer Sanders.
you may have noticed something. Has anyone noticed anything different?
Good, good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, we finally got the
Fuck
leaderboard bar
cancer,
to work
bro.
properly. It doesn't seem like it's going to crash anymore, which is great. And I changed the font, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 7 years.
Oh, fuck off.
Yes, I'm not even kidding you. I didn't mean to press that button.
Ah!
I had used that font,
You fucking idiot.
Impact, I think it's called, for 7 freaking years. Ever since I first
Let me
became
see
a
what, let me see
full-time
what
live
font he
streamer.
changed it to.
Okay,
Ew.
in 2017. That's when I started using that font, and I literally never updated it.
Is he really
'cause,
just going to tell us that,
You know, what are
guys,
you
if
gonna
you
do?
like the fact
you
that I
get caught
changed
up
the
in stuff.
font
It's like
on
the
the
last thing on
leaderboard,
my mind
please
is the
tip.
font. And to be honest, I don't think anyone ever complained about the font.
Generic fart sound 3. It
So I
doesn't
just
even
kept it.
sound good.
So I may be
Like,
messing
what
around with
website is he
different
going
fonts and
to?
things.
Not
As you
my
can see,
instance.
the leaderboard. I'm trying to make it more visible.
Not exclamation
but
point
not, like,
SFX.
intrusive to the stream. So the letters look a little bit bigger now. It'll be easier to read.
He worked
when I
out
put
OBS,
names
give
and
him a
amounts
star.
on there. But I also don't want it to be like, you know,
That font is
jump
ass.
it
I wonder
out
why
like
it
it
chose
looks
Impact in the first place.
obnoxious or
Impact
anything
is
like
like that meme
Okay.
font
I
from back
also
in the
messed
2010s.
around with a few other scenes.
So,
Like, for example,
you know, since he's perpetually stuck
I
in the
actually
past, I could
fixed
see why he's
up
done that.
Phil's day off, and I fixed
All
up
I'm telling you guys, if you
DSP
notice
news
all the
to
fonts
actually
on...
be
Okay, so if you want to talk
working
about
scenes now.
fonts,
They weren't working
I
before,
want you to
but as you
see
can see now, they're all laid
the
out where
closed
the logos are
captioning
the
that
right
you're
size,
seeing.
and the leaderboard is there properly where it should be. In fact, we may
when
even
I'm
use
talking,
this one today, since you know we're
you
going to
see
be
the
talking about
font
my
that's
day off,
on the
but
YouTube
I haven't had a chance
pop-up
to
video squares
map
that
it
pops
to
up,
the
and
Stream
then,
Deck yet.
of course,
I have a bunch of stuff I need to map on the Stream Deck right now.
down
that's just
here at the
not
bottom,
working.
my
Like
Twitch
those
chat,
scenes, I have some
all
new
of it
clips and
is the
things I wanna
same
put up
Havica font that you would see
but I
on
just
the
haven't
Adult
had
Swim
time to do it.
fonts.
Yeah, I basically one
On
of
the
these days I'm
Adult
going to
Swim
sit down
bumps.
and have like an
All
hour.
right, so if we're
just
going to
mess
talk about
around
fonts,
and
Phil,
update
you have to
everything
keep it consistent. And as a graphic designer, you need to at least have less than 3
So good
fonts
stuff,
on
right?
whatever you're doing, or else you're going to look
Good stuff.
cluttered.
And thank you for the patience. As you can see, new animations too. I got rid of the New Year's animations.
Oh
I mean,
my
those were running for over a week.
God,
I'm
guys,
like, all right,
look,
New
I
Year's is
also have
over.
new animations.
Let's
Check
get
it
some
out.
more animations on here for the podcast
There it
specifically,
is.
which I think these look pretty good.
I have a new
And I'll
animation,
continue to
guys.
try
Check
to-
it out.
soundproofing tiles behind me as well. Tried to make a little bit of a cool design, like
ReACK is a bum licker. Oh my!
So hopefully that looks nice.
You see the news comic sans?
I'm the RGBs,
I'm going to believe that he
upgraded
probably
here
went
and
for
there.
that first.
Okay. So by the way, good morning. A lot of people are here. What's up, Jinx? What's up, Perry? What's up, Avarice? Toadstool?
What's up, Wales?
Apparently, Beaver Bother is over on Kick. I don't know if that's really Beaver Bother or not. We got DJ Trump over there. How's everyone this morning? Everyone doing well? Fern Dog, how are you? Good morning to everyone who is here.
That Kick chat is
YouTube
wild.
Premium. Let me tell you guys
and
something.
don't go
Let's
to
talk
the
about
clips
YouTube
page on his Kick
YouTube
channel.
Premium is a godsend.
There's this guy on here. I don't know who he is. His name's Lord Diaz. He's a professional wrestler or something. He always leaves the foulest titles on the clips. Really crazy, wild stuff. I would not recommend going to his Kick channel and going to his clips page and then seeing all the different titles of clips that have been made over there. I wouldn't recommend
I'm
it.
like, why does it look like it's sharp? It does, doesn't it? Look like it's sharp. That's I have to rearrange the felt there.
I want to get the sound effect that comes along with it, but I don't want to steal Broside Phil's gimmick.
It's really not.
Me and Bro have actually linked up and did a co-op stream the other day.
Anyway,
and he is just as much of an Adult Swim advocate and fan as I am, and I love him for that.
You don't ever have to watch advertisements on any video. Which means that everything's streamlined and you can just click around doing what you need to do. That's why I'm able to use YouTube for the podcast and not have to watch ads and stuff. But so many cool advantages having to be able to
now he's showing YouTube Premium.
If it's you want to play the podcast in the background.
I mean, okay, so I pay for YouTube Premium, and
I do. When
I will continue to pay for YouTube Premium. I don't care.
I just sync my phone with my car stereo. And I minimize it.
Bestest boy, what up, my friend? We're out here dented.
I don't use CDs. I don't use the radio.
Suffering through another level 1 podcast. Playing the anime titty game to dull the pain.
And if you do use YouTube Premium, you support the content creators you're watching. If you have
YouTube
so
like right now, I'm supporting Raw Phil.
I get paid as if you're watching ads. So it benefits everyone, right? It's pretty neat. I hope you'll consider getting it. It really is worth the money.
You know, if there was a higher level of advertisements on YouTube, he would do it.
What do I listen to?
But to be honest, YouTube advertisements were getting
retro
crazy.
Game music stations that I listen to and I alternate between. I really like listening to some classic songs, especially when it's one that I recognize immediately from like an old.
Yeah, I don't venture out of my comfort zone. I listen to the same things that I listened to when I was relevant.
Order here of like chronological order. All right, let's talk about Friday. So back on Friday, my last streaming day, I played 2 games.
WPIG was the only thing keeping me sane when I was bedridden.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
I had them on in the background
and
as I was fading in and out.
And I got an update on that as well. So here's the deal.
And you know the one episode where he leaned in
We're in the
and there
second
was a
to last portion
periscope.
of the game.
He leaned into the periscope. I shouldn't have watched that part because I laughed so hard and it made my face hurt.
So we're
so much more than it already did.
I've really liked the game. I know it's not for everyone. When I stream the game,
what
I
up,
do
Pip?
sadly see a
Welcome.
lot of attendance dwindle. But it is what it is. The playthrough's been going on over a month. I know people are craving new games this year.
Good to see everybody.
You're not going to get them anytime soon because
YouTube is fighting the ad blockers hard lately. Like my MacBook was heating up because like I was doing ad blocks before, but not for YouTube, and it was making the rest of the computer slow. And I got like really high end.
It is what it is.
M1 MacBook stuff for my job.
We did really good. We had great progress. I did a bunch of optional plot lines, upgrades, and everything. But guess what?
The Brave browser works like a champ. Well, JG Win, you just got your
critical soft
next Brave browser enjoyer.
The game where you're supposed to buy a rebreather from a vendor.
By the way, everybody hanging out with us across both YouTube and Twitch, you can be a part of the show by typing in !DSP into the chat. You'll get yourself a carefully curated DSP style sound effect.
Steal their money, or
feel free to abuse the privileges that I have afforded y'all.
And do other missions and just loot money randomly from areas if you have enough while you're doing other content. That's what I opted to do. But at some point while doing all of that, I somehow got a rebreather out of nowhere. It just appeared in my inventory.
What the hell is he talking about?
It doesn't even make sense.
You don't make
even know
sense.
How I got it. So now because I have the rebreather, when I go back to the vendor to buy it, they won't
crash through the Opera GX using 15 gigabytes of my 16 gig RAM. Jesus. Oh, wait, wrong button.
However, I do have some good news.
Wrong button.
I was contacted by a couple of people, one person particularly who left a comment on the videos.
I use Safari because I pay for the Apple Relay VPN shit.
Kind of cheat.
I don't need people to know what I'm looking up.
The next story segments are like the next 3
I don't need Tim Apple to know that shit.
Look up where they are, and you go there.
You're gonna see that I
can just do
really don't know how to spell words.
Like, you don't need to have it in your journal or your waypoints. You could just go there and do them. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this is true, because I want to continue with the playthrough. I don't want to have the playthrough end now or have to sit around waiting for a patch in order to continue on. I want to play it. So let's see how it goes next time around when we play later in the week. But it looks like the playthrough may be all right. Thank you so much to the person who told me this stuff. I really appreciate that. Obviously, I didn't want to be soft locked. Okay.
There you go. Thank you, Jess Cup, the MVP of this and every stream.
Okay. We tried out Venezuelan food for the very first time on Friday, including a beef empanada, a chicken bowl with a variety of stuff, including black beans, seasoned chicken, fried plantains, and rice.
Well worth the time and effort to put it all together.
And a delicious dessert called a taqueño. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's actually a really good DSP tries it, because it's something I've never had before. That video is available over on DSP ReACKs, which you can find at youtube.com/@DSP ReACKs.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Phil.
Good news. I think I know what I want to do for the next DSP tries it. And
He's already thinking about the next
place
goal.
that I like. And
guys, you're still giving me money, right?
Ready? So, ladies and gentlemen, Jersey Mike's has some new menu items.
Another fast food place.
And I'm excited to try them out. The one that they have that's notable is they have a new chicken sandwich. Do you see this? So if you go to
basically the same as any other South American food.
They have a new roasted chicken breast.
I've never ventured far outside of my keto stuff. So bread, no bread, meats, cheeses, and vegetables.
Of already pre-seasoned roasted chicken, so you can get a standard roasted chicken breast sandwich. But they have this new one called the spicy chicken Italian that they just added.
There must be a economy for this type of shit.
Provolone,
eating
and
food in pain.
Very interesting. That sounds delicious. And they just added it to
the
menu.
They can see what they want.
Yes,
loss of their sanity. So if anything, they're the freaks for looking at my stuff.
To try it for DSP tries it. Okay. Now they have
why
other
do you
ones
look
as well.
up so many photographs of otters?
Here,
because they're cute.
They have the grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss. Wait, that's not it. No. There was one.
Oh my God, he's really doing this.
They don't have it on here actually.
DSP Space Gaming, guys.
With chicken mushrooms. It's kind of like a chicken cheese.
This man is never going to beat the gout allegations. What is he even doing?
So I was thinking about like, man, if I get it, I'm probably going to get this one. I definitely think I want the spicy chicken Italian. That sounds good, doesn't it?
For you, maybe.
So we can do that. Okay, I think that would be cool for the next one. Now, I've been looking around. There's other things going on for DSP Tries It as well. Apparently, KFC, as Kentucky Fried Chicken, is going to have several new bowls. And when I say bowls,
I do like the KFC bowls. I'm not going to lie. KFC bowls are good. I cannot have KFC food because they use monosodium glutamate in there. Anybody knows what monosodium glutamate is?
Nashville hot fry bowl or something like that.
It's very in certain circles.
That's a possibility.
You'll see monosodium glutamate in Chinese food, and then also Doritos and any type of chip, flavored chips. It's a preservative. It's also a flavor thing.
So I don't think that's a big one.
I can't eat it. It gives me a migraine instantly. So like Lay's potato chips, for an example, if they're like flavored, like chicken and waffles, I put it on my tongue, I instantly get a migraine. I start losing sight in my left eye. Lights and sounds become overwhelming, and then I need to take a nap.
Components to the sandwich to try. You know, unlike the other places that claim they have new items and they're not, it's just the same ingredients reshuffled into a new offering. This actually is a new
all the
offering,
otters in Scotland. True.
They didn't have before. Okay.
King Jad is a huge friend of the channel.
Let me know.
One of the biggest reasons I was able to get this channel to 1K subs. So big ups and shout outs to King Jad.
Rehashing an item that they've already had.
He likes to razz me, calling me a wee midget. Happy feet because I play Dance Dance Revolution.
We are at 62.
We just razzing.
On Friday, both streams, we hit the goal. So guys,
give me $300 today.
We need 8 more goals to unlock the next DSP Tries It reward.
Oh, we did it, y'all.
So I'd like to know, you know, who's going to be the first contributor of today. Right now we have nothing
Sneeb,
yet.
I wouldn't
but
be
as you know,
surprised if they did.
everything supports the streams. Super chats, super stickers, memberships, gifted memberships on YouTube.
Hey guys, guess what? I can do the exact same thing he's doing right now,
Tips, which
but
you
with
can
the
do
press
on
of one
either
button.
side, okay? Anything would be appreciated. Let's get something going. Who's going to be the first person on the newly updated leaderboard? Let's see how your name looks down there in the new font.
Yeah, keep waiting. Dead air.
All right, let's have it. That's right. They got the prayer emotes going over on Kick. Who's going to be the first person? All right.
Damn, Scott's ruining Scotland.
Okay,
right?
let's get it rolling. And here's the other thing too. As I've told you guys, we don't always have to do a DSP tries it for the 10 rewards. We don't. Okay.
He wants to do a drink combo.
It's really up to you guys. But I'd like to know what else would you like.
Oh,
Is there
I
an
don't
item
have,
you'd like me to try that I could get from somewhere and do like a testing of it? What about liquor? I've suggested
he
maybe
wants
get some liquor of
former
things I've never
alcoholic
tried
guys.
before. A certain flavor of beer, a certain kind of hard liquor. Let me know, and maybe I can get it. But the thing is, I have to get them ahead of time, right? I have to. If I don't get it ahead of time,
Bestest boy, you got it right. This is the shit. I can't believe that people pay money for this. I can't believe this channel makes the money that it does.
I'd love to hear what you
It
guys
pisses
want.
me off,
By the
actually.
way,
Like,
Dark Sneed Pimp, Dank Sneed Pimp, excuse me, over on Kick, just gifted a sub. It is our first contribution of the week.
That's what I think about that.
So let me go ahead and play an animation. I have to reload my animations page because it looks like it crashed.
In Minecraft,
this just
Sneeb.
confirms all along
In Minecraft.
that the issues I was having with the
Ozzy
animations has nothing to
says
do with my
you should
setup.
just
It was
ditch the
always
gaming since it
the
becomes
animations page
more
that was
non-existent
glitchy,
and just go
'cause
full
my
mukbang at
setup's all
this
new
point.
tech now and it's still crashing.
Now, if we got Fat Cat eating food on camera,
here we go
I think
again.
we have
I have
something here.
absolutely
Because
no
Girl
clue
World,
why
I think they
that
need
was
a
down in the
new
corner over there. I don't know.
representative.
All three of them are completely
The
off
multiverse
center,
is
and
expanding.
I don't know why, because I didn't do this. The YouTube pop-ups are now centered. This makes me feel like the YouTube pop-ups are now going to be screwed up on the other pages too.
So can somebody support
didn't
it
do
so we
it.
can fire off the animation?
I don't know why that's happening. All right, well, the YouTube pop-ups are fixed. There we go. Okay. So, Dank Sneed Pimp, thank you for the first
You
contribution.
know, my alerts work.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of an ounce of prevention. That would outshine Phil. He can't have that. This is true. This is true.
There we go. Okay.
And look, we had a conversation about this
$5 in contributions.
when Kat first revealed herself
based. Thanks for getting the
earlier
momentum
this
going.
year.
Now, let's keep that rolling.
I
Who's
am a
gonna be the first
fan
super
of
chatter,
the
first person to give the
short-haired
membership,
waifus.
and the first tip of the day.
And
Let's
the
get 'em
in real
in
life
and get
female
that
saw
momentum
waifu
rolling,
actually
okay?
said that
And
she
again, if you
likes
guys
her
have ideas
makeup.
of what you would like to see for DSP Tries It, whether it's a food item, whether it's another item you want to see me do a
Cat dwarf
testing
Phil.
of, or
True.
if it's liquor or something else, let me know. Let's
It's just-
set all these up.
I think she's
shall we?
also
Let's
a
do
bitch.
it. Let's get the
And a real
momentum rolling. But your
bitch.
feedback feeds the show, so let me
So
know.
like, I don't get.
Okay.
I'm not like ALT.
Friday night
you
was
know.
Friday Night Fights at Street Fighter
Be
6.
nice. Cat
Ladies and
catching
gentlemen,
strays. No, Cat
here's
knows
the funny
exactly
part
what
about it.
her
I played
situation
Blanco,
is.
which
She cheated
arguably is
on
my best
whoever
character in
Superman
Street Fighter
was
6, right?
to
A
get
lot of
with
people
Phil,
say, yeah,
right?
he's your best
Toyota
character.
Man.
He always was. The game has degraded so low now. Okay, the game is just so pathetically bad. And I hate to say it because I did like the game at one point.
But like before
Awesome,
Cat,
Perry. Thank you so much.
Before Phil
5
Cat,
gifted memberships
maybe.
to the channel. 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Perry.
post
Let's get you
Phil
up on the
Cat,
leaderboard. Actually,
probably not.
Oh, good. We already have the pot. That's right. I was thinking memberships are already automated.
No amount of alcohol
You already got
or
them up there.
a triple stack.
Thank you, Perry.
Nothing would make me change my mind. Now if we're talking about
Let's
partying
get Perry the White up there.
and Officer Sanders. Now that's a different story.
Means we will now be up to $20 of support, and whoever got those, be sure to enjoy those emotes. Thank you so very much, Perry. All right.
Perry, you cuck.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, Sambuca got one? Cool. Because Sambuca's a longtime viewer. Okay. So, Street Fighter 6, Friday night. Here's the state of Street Fighter 6. No exaggeration. The people who have stuck around to play the game are mostly tryhards. What that means is they have all copied
Ozzy's got it
some
right.
pro
I would feel
player
bad for the
by
guy.
watching videos,
Imagine
memorizing easy mode patterns that
Imagine
you can use ad
knowing
nauseam
that
to
your
win,
girl left you for this
unless
guy.
You are like completely studying the game.
Probably
to get to
dodged
the
the
point
bullet,
where you
though.
know, oh yeah, so this ridiculous pattern can only be interrupted in 2 frames. You must know those 2 frames in order to blow through it.
Yeah,
you don't
that's
know
what the game's.
You're basically
That's why
screwed.
people
and
like the game.
The problem is the top tiers in this game, the Cammies, the Juries, the Kens, get away with constant rush down in your face, and you can't
This
really
guy's
do much about
coping
it
again
unless
over
you know
Street
these
Fighter for some
specific
reason. A
kinds of
wild
interrupt
cope
their sync
appears.
mode patterns. So I don't play Street Fighter 6 that much anymore. All right.
Yeah, we can tell, Phil.
As you know, there is a very, very good Blanca player, and what's happened is because that Blanca player, what's his name, Mena RD or whatever, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but because he's so good, everyone knows how to fight against
Subaru
Blanca.
Man is doing
Like,
good.
no
he got married to a way hotter
there's
chick
almost
allegedly.
No Blancas online
Well, let's
because
go.
people know how
I
to use
also
the
saw
character
a
so well.
modern
So it's
style
actually
photograph
harder
of
now to play with
Panda Lee.
Blanca than
I think
any
she was
other
at the
character that I
beach.
play with. No
She was looking,
exaggeration. I have an
quite
easier time with Honda, an easier time with Bison. I
happy
even have an
herself.
easier time with Dowsing.
But
than
she
I do
can
with
catch some
Blanca.
strays too, because
So,
like obviously
trying to
she was
play
there
with
for the
Blanca,
money.
It was very
And
frustrating.
then once the money started drying up,
Everyone
so
was
did
just
she.
locking
She was
me
also
down.
very abrasive individual.
And I couldn't really do much. I
But,
mean,
you know,
even
most
by the end
people
of the
are
night, it
when
was the
they're in
first
their
time in a long
adolescence,
time I
right?
had a losing record. I think I had 23 wins and 25 losses, and it was just so frustrating.
That is just furniture
It was
that
so
consumes
frustrating that people
food. God
outright
damn.
said, "Phil, just don't play Street Fighter 6 again next time. Do something different. Do the Marvel collection." And I was like, "All right." So what we'll do is when we play fighting games again this week, I think I have it scheduled for Wednesday
Increasing
night.
your level and
We're
choosing
going to
the
do the Marvel
appropriate agents
collection and
based
do
off
some
the
Marvel 2
opponent's
again, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 that is. Because
Special-
at least in that game,
That word
you
can
know,
lead to
I
better
actually
combat
have
results.
way more character knowledge and way more knowledge of the game than most people who play it.
Oh, get off your own high
So it allows
horse.
me to play at a competitive level.
I got something
and not
for you.
basically be incredibly frustrated like I have been playing Street Fighter 6. So that should be fun. And I am going to keep playing Street Fighter 6.
I don't think it
Next
was the
stream when
money
I
she
play, I'll
wanted.
probably play with
Oh
Honda. And
my.
that might be
And
like
more
Friday
freedom.
night
Phil
again,
had the
Friday night
means,
fights.
but Phil's a weirdo
for
alien.
now,
I'm
you know,
in the
Marvel
camp that
2
Phil
makes sense for
never
the middle of the week for
consummated
variety
the
rather than
relationship.
just being frustrated at Street Fighter.
I have a sneaking suspicion that Phil is either a homoquestional, like, and I'm not saying it like a slur or anything like that. I honestly think he's either gay or he's asexual.
Thank you so much, Hypnotic
And there's nothing wrong with
Jinx.
either one of those things.
That is our first super chat.
But when you got like a
That is awesome. Let's get
hormone-filled
you up on the
female-style person just now getting out of their parents' house, feeling like the whole world is in front of them, literally
Thank you,
throwing
thank
her
you.
ass up, face down,
That
ass
is up
up
to $40 to support
in the
this morning.
hotel,
Now,
and Phil can't be
that
bothered
means
to
we have memberships, we have subs, we have one sub, and we have a super chat. Now we just need a tip, and
there's
then
something
we
up
spread it
there.
all over, right? Who's going to be the first person
Gross.
to tip on today's stream? And then we have support of all categories. Let's find out. Okay.
This is shameless.
So, that's what's going on since Friday, all right? Yesterday was my day off, so now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for an official segment that I like to call Phil's Day Off.
Oh, fuck off.
It's going to be a short one. There's not much to talk about. The good news here is it was a way more relaxing day that I really appreciated.
Errands
I
and
didn't have to run around
groceries.
and do too many errands. I only had to do one or two very basic things, nothing too crazy. I didn't have
like,
anyone
he just needs to be true to himself.
who was
live his
coming
truth.
to my house to do errands or pick up trash.
But
or
you know,
do any
he's a
kinds
product of the
installation.
attitude era,
I
the
wasn't
late
building
90s,
furniture.
early 2000s.
I didn't have
And
any appointments.
back then, like, I mean,
Basically, I did
you
have
can
to do a
watch
couple
episodes
quick
of
things.
Friends, and
For example, I had
they were
to,
still kind of,
grocery
they were still
shop.
kind of hating
I
on
had
the
to go to the pet
Zesties,
store.
right?
But
It was a
outside of
different
the very
time back then.
basics, it was a pretty relaxed day. And it was funny because my wife was just kind of randomly looking.
And I
for
still
another
think he's
game
stuck
to
in that
play.
mindset.
And
Like,
she's
he
looking all
hasn't,
around, and she just happened to jump on
he
Game
hasn't
Pass.
progressed
And
past
there was
his
a game
glory
that
days.
I thought it was ringing a bell, but I know I haven't played it before. It's called Road 96.
What?
Okay. So I swear at one point you guys had asked me
Let
to
the
play this
sweaty
game or check it
men
out.
reign. Let's
and I
go.
even think that I might have played like the demo of this game at one point, but I know I haven't done a
When,
playthrough of it.
when Phil
So my
filmed
wife's looking
John's
at it,
feet for 10 minutes,
and
it was
it's
clear for me.
basically-
Oh, he
basically supposed
definitely
to be
has
a
some sort
game
of
about, being traveling
loving
and trying to. It's really
admiration
weird,
for him.
'cause when you
And I think it's because people liked
when you look at the game,
John,
it doesn't
like, as a
explain what it
person,
really is.
and Phil never
Okay,
had that.
What is Road 96? It is a first-person
And like, John's a likable
adventure
guy.
game. And what you're doing is you are trying to
He has that
escape
charisma
the
about
country.
him.
Now
It's all about charisma.
Imaginary country. The country doesn't exist.
Like, I
But
don't
the
know
game
where
takes
it was
place in
on
the
Twitter, but like, for
1990s.
some
You're supposed to
reason,
be a
somehow, some
teenager
way on Twitter,
who's trying
there
to
was like
escape the
this
country. As you
anime
start to play
clip
the game,
of
you
this
realize It's very much.
I guess
political.
he was like a unassuming
holy crap,
like
is it political?
cook or
It's
something.
got all these political overtones
It's like
that tie
not like a
into
cool
modern
anime
American,
protagonist, but just some dude, like some
politics.
dude that worked at a
They're
marketplace,
trying to
right?
say that there is a president
But
in
he was
power
like
that basically is a
hitting these
dictator,
cool
but
moves
he's
and like
all
taking
for
out this
fossil
group of
fuels
people
and controlling
and just
the
be real
populace
nice
and all
with
kinds
it.
of stuff. It's
And I'm like,
hey,
damn.
Yeah, gee, I
like,
wonder
I
who
would
they're
have never
trying to
have
allude
thought.
to here.
So
right?
like, you know, it's not like a looks thing.
And then there's
It's just
supposed
like
to
a
be
confidence
a presidential
thing. Does that make
candidate running
sense?
against him who basically is like very liberal and wants the world to go green.
I'm a late 30s
and
style
wants freedom
gentleman
for
and I still go
everyone.
crazy
Gee, I wonder what they're
with
getting
my
at
wife
there,
style human. Let's
right?
go.
So during
You
the course
see?
of the game, you
See,
start
you gotta
off
have some of that.
trying to basically escape
It's very healthy.
this country by getting to the border.
It was also forbidden
wanna
fruit because
leave the
John was a
country.
married style wired
That's the
straight
premise of
man.
the game.
Oh
You're
yeah, the
trying to
forbidden
escape
fruit.
the country.
Can't forget that.
Okay? You know, last time I checked, everyone's trying to rush our country and join, not leave. But anyway, I mean, I don't think we would really complain if people left. It's the opposite problem that we have here. So, as this teenager, you basically go through these different stops on this road trip.
What the hell is he talking
you're
about?
hitchhiking, or you're taking a bus, or you're taking a cab, and there's
This
all
man's
these
too
different
boring.
people. You run into criminals like who are robbing stores. You run into like a celebrity.
I can't wait till he plays Like a Dragon, the new
news
Like a Dragon game,
who's, like,
and everybody
driving around
just
the
says,
country
Phil, we don't
covering
like
this
this.
election.
And he continues to play it.
You run into just normal people here or there. You run into other kind of runaways who are also trying to escape. And each character is kind of unique. I think there's 6 or 7 of them, and they all have their own unique stories. And basically, the entire game is just a mini game.
Some weird
Like
game
that's
called
every single
Road
time you run into one of
96
these
Cat.
characters.
I thought she doesn't
you'll have
play video
dialogue
games
choices
anymore.
that actually
What
change
does
the
he even
course of the
do?
game.
He seemed nice
You'll
enough.
be
Phil
able to
talks
lean
about
towards, hey,
changing,
do I
but
like
I
the
don't see that
current
possible
person
ever.
in political power, or am I trying to make it so this other person wins the election?
Dutchman, I think Phil's conservative. I think he leans right.
Or do you just not want to do that?
He's
because you don't like
been six, of
violence?
course, but like
it's really
based off of
weird but interesting. Like it's
based
super
off of what
unique,
he has
but
declared
man, does it try to push
one line,
like liberal
and I'm not going to
politics
speak
down
for
your
him.
throat as you're playing through this game. Okay.
But I feel like he's more conservative.
I mean,
style.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it, but it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, some of the choices are non-choices, and they force you to go in one way, even if you don't want to.
But yeah, I'd like
so
to
anyway,
have
it was funny.
a blunt with John.
started
I
playing
don't
this
smoke.
game,
I mean, I don't drink,
and
so
at first
I'll
we're
have
both
to
watching it, and we're just laughing our asses
share a blunt
off.
with
We're
him.
like, this is so ridiculous. You could tell the
Not a
people who
beer,
made the
but a
game are
blunt.
so one-sided politically. So why make a game with the element of choice if they're going to make it sound like if you make one choice,
here we
it's
go.
wrong, and
Here
one
we
choice is
go.
right? It's just kind of silly. But as you play, you kind of get hooked because the premise is you play as one teenager.
The premise
and you're
is we're
trying
going to turn
escape. So you
Canada
go
into
through
the
this whole,
51st state.
hour and a
We're going to
half
call it the
gameplay
Gulf of
interacting with each
America.
of the 6 or 7 characters. At any point, you can mess up and you can get arrested, and then your game's over. Or you can die and your game's over. There's 2 ways to fail.
Hey, look, by the
Eventually,
way,
you're
we
gonna
love
get to
all
the border
creeds, colors,
crossing,
and
you have
backgrounds.
to find a
All
way
opinions
to
are valid
illegally
here.
cross the border into another country. Yes, I'm not kidding you.
I was the type of person
You
that would
win the
really
game by illegally performing a border crossing into another country.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
the
Christ, Phil,
objective
shut the
of the
fuck
game.
up. As a professional wrestler, I like start thinking to
Once
myself, do you
that's
think these
done,
politicians
whether
are
you
like,
succeed or you fail,
you know,
you start the game
kayfabing
over
us, giving
as
us the
another
illusion that they're
teenager,
at
and you
each
do it all
other's throats
again,
just so that
but now
they
the
can,
plot
you know,
changes
keep
because
themselves
it
in
actually has
power.
advanced time.
And
So
they
those
see us as
characters who
marks,
started
the
interacting
same way
with the
professional
first
wrestlers keep the
teenager
wool
now
over
have
like their
plots
audience's
advancing,
eyes, making them
and you'll
believe
run
that the
into
show
them
is
at
real,
various
you know?
different points of the game.
So I used to be the type of
maybe
person that
the news
leaned in one
anchor who you ran
direction
into
and,
reporting
like,
a story
you know,
earlier,
really let it
now
be
is just
known.
driving around in her stretch limo,
But then after a while, I just realized that, you know,
or maybe the person who earlier
I think the only way to win is to not play.
was having like an existential
But
crisis
at the end of
about
the
their
day, like,
existence.
I know
Now
for
you
an
find
example, a
out
lot of
that
different
they actually
creators
are
across
part
the
of a
scene
former terrorist
lean
group,
in
and they're
many
having,
different
like,
political
moral,
directions.
Feelings that
And
what they did was wrong all along. And
I'm
they never
actually
should have
now
been part of this
open
group.
to hearing
Okay?
more of
So it's
their
really
opinions on
wild
things.
and
I know
unique.
that,
This
like, on its
story
face,
is
there are
quite
some
good.
things that I generally don't align with,
in
but
my
then I
opinion,
like give
but
myself
you
that
just
extra
have to be
second
able
to
to
think,
stomach a game
well, why
that
do they think like
100%
this, you
is
know?
leaning
And I think that's
liberal
very
politics
healthy and
and
important
accept that
because
they
if you
just
keep
think
yourself in an
that's the
echo
right
chamber
way
for
no
too
matter
long,
what.
like I was
So my
for a
wife did
while,
several runs. She did like
I
3 or
think
4
you
runs,
start getting
and each
lost
one the
in
game
the
got
sauce.
wilder and wilder, and then we kind of ran out of time. So it was good. It was like a relaxing day
Just look at
playing this
Carter's
silly
funeral,
game on
Trump and
Game
Obama
Pass.
playing
It
buddy
was
buddy
pretty
despite
fun.
media portraying their fat. Yeah.
What do we have?
Yeah.
Oh, we have Mexican food. We ordered Mexican food.
Very
I had
true.
these giant fajita quesadillas.
It's all
full of
political
grilled
theater.
veggies
Yeah.
and chicken.
And
My
again,
wife had some enchiladas with mole sauce.
I
pretty good
was
dinner. So it was a
really
pretty
into
relaxing day
politics when
overall.
Obama
Nothing
came
too
up.
crazy to talk about.
For some reason, like I really
in that
gravitated
regard,
towards
but
the
a pretty good
groundswell
day
of
overall
attention
and a
that
good
was
day to
going to
relax and
Obama.
unwind. This week
And
is a
I
6-day
was
streaming
in
week for
politics
me,
ever since
but
then.
next week,
Voted and, you
I'm going to
know,
have an additional day off.
follow different
We actually have a couple
creators and
appointments
listen
that
to
we lined
different
up for a
opinions.
day during
Like,
the week,
I'll be the type of
and we said,
person
well,
that
here's what we'll
listens
do.
to
The day with the
David
appointments,
Pakman
we'll go to the
and
appointments,
then
but the rest of the day will be for us. And then the Saturday will be the normal day off
and they're
where I run
completely
errands,
different
like grocery
sides of
shopping
the
and stuff
spectrum
like
when
that.
it
So
comes
that way
to
we
the
get some
political
time
leanings.
together. All right. So this week is a normal 6-day streaming week, but next week there'll
But
be
I think
some
it's important to
extra
hear what
time
other
off, and I'll
people's
let you know the
sides are thinking,
dates
so
and
that
dates
when
and
you do
everything, you know,
engage them in conversation
Fair
or
enough.
see where they're coming from,
Okay.
you know,
that was
you
Phil's
see
day
them
off.
more
Not
as
super
people,
exciting
more
this
so
week,
than
right? I
their
didn't think it would be.
opinions. Saying
But
in
there
my
you have
country,
it. So
one
now,
crow
what is
does
going
not
down
peck out the eye of
for the
another
rest of
crow.
this week?
Hey.
Let's talk, okay? So today, we're returning to Stalker
And
2.
again, all of this
And
is
last
just
time
me
around, Stalker 2 was
speaking out
quite
loud. This
wild.
is
If you
not me
remember, we
lording my
interacted with
opinion
this,
over anybody else's, and I
wish-making machine
like to
thing,
keep that decorum.
And then reality changed, and we're not sure if we're still stuck in the dream or not. But now all hell is breaking loose, and all
my
the
it was
factions are
Bernie
going
in
at each other's throats and
2016.
attacking
Yeah,
each
I was
other.
a Bernie bro.
We're
I
now
still
heading into a
am.
new
I
part of the
like
map.
Bernie. I'll say that
Which is
100%.
great to
And I
finally be
do
able to
believe
head
that
into a new
Bernie
part
is
that we
a
haven't done
victim
yet.
of
Looks like it's basically
the powers that
second half of
be
the
keeping
game
him
that we're
down.
beginning today.
I'm gonna say that for
I can't
sure.
wait to
What
see how it
happened with
goes.
the
Mouse
Democrats
and
was
keyboard,
sobering,
which is cool. I haven't
got
played
me
any mouse and
rethinking my
keyboard gaming
political
in a bit,
alignments and how
so
it really
that'll be
works
fun to do.
specifically in America.
So I hope you'll
I
stick
think they did
around
the same
for
thing with
Stalker 2 and see how it goes.
I think they also
Tonight on the
fucked
late
up with the
stream,
current
It is
election.
the return
I think
of
that they
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
waited
I
too
haven't done this in
long
over 2 weeks
to get
now.
Biden out, and I think
I really
that they
enjoyed the flight
didn't go
sim
through the
streams for
proper
2 reasons.
processes to try
Number
and get
one,
Harris
because
up.
they're very relaxing. Right? There's no stress during a flight sim stream. We're just
They're just really good losers, I think.
certain landmarks, certain
They're
places
good at
around
losing.
the globe. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna
Lore
relax
2025.
and,
Hey,
I
you know
love
what?
seeing
Stranger things have
whether it's
happened.
A giant city or
Free weed for everybody.
scenery or wherever we're
Medicinal
flying. It's really cool,
MDMA
especially
for
now I'm playing at
everybody.
the 4K graphics with the maximum draw distance and resolution. The game
Oh
just
my
looks
God,
really good
Phil,
and is very
stop.
chill. But the second part is I love the fact that while we're doing that, you guys pick where we go. A lot of the times, you guys
$20
tell
bucks,
me
you get to
all
pick the
kinds
Marble
of stuff
Rivals
about
character.
the geography or the city or whatever where we are, so I learn when I actually play this game. And we have a lot of fun conversation while we're doing it, right? It's just really good in that regard. I really enjoy the streams, and the thing is, we've been busy and haven't been
I
able
don't
to
think
do
we've
it for a
had
bit.
good
You know,
picks
last
for a
week we had the
long
year-end
time.
series and
For a long time.
Christmas stuff. So now we get to bring it back to the fold. I don't know if we'll be doing it every single week, but I do enjoy doing it. And remember, you pick.
All right, so it looks like
where
we will be
go
getting a
for,
Q&A segment today.
contribution.
Thank you
Basically, the way it
guys
works is
for
whoever's the
voting,
big
all 19 of
contributor
you. You guys
or
are
the top
legends.
contributor at the time picks
To
where
coin
we're
a
flying,
term.
and then we continue with that. So if someone does like a $20 tip, they choose where we go first.
Here
and then if someone does
we
like
go,
a
the
$15
$20
super
tip,
chat, they
boys.
choose where we go next.
He knows how to
We
do
kinda
it.
go in line there, and usually we end up flying.
He knows how to do
anywhere
it.
between
My
4 to
only
6
political
places
take is
every
people
stream.
should know
So they're really good
there are more than
experiences
2
and very
political
chill. If
parties.
that's what
Fort
you're
Worth,
looking
I
for.
wholeheartedly
You don't
agree
care
with you on
about
that.
challenging gameplay
And
or
I think
anything
that's
like
a feature,
that.
not a
The flight
bug.
sim streams are where it's at.
I think they
Very
intentionally.
social
I
and
think
very
it's
fun,
one
and I
big.
can't wait
I
for
think it's
more.
one big organism that gives you the
So I hope you'll
illusion
join
that
me
there's
tonight,
2
6:30, 6:45
choices, but
p.m. Pacific
it's
time for
still
that,
no matter who gets
okay?
chosen.
Now, over the course of this week, we're going to be doing some fun stuff.
It's still the masterminds
Tomorrow,
behind
we're
the
continuing
scenes.
on with the Dark Souls
We go a little
mods
Alex
run.
Jones on y'all.
There actually was an update to the graphical.
This is legit way too much, Phil.
patch,
I
so we're gonna
agree.
see
I
if that
agree.
actually makes the game look any better. And we're going to continue on. We have beaten in Orlando. So what we need to do is now kind of reap our rewards. I think it unlocks fast travel. So we'll be doing that.
I guess I have
tomorrow,
to update
and then
my characters.
perhaps fast travel around a bit to the areas that we skipped. Remember, we skipped the Capra Demon. We
Can
skipped
I level
the
up my
depths.
guys?
Maybe we'll go back and we'll do those areas since we had skipped them to try to get all the items and rewards.
Biggest
that had been
takeaways:
there.
we need to study history and philosophical
And then we
developments.
can fast travel around to determine where we want to go.
Sir V,
You know,
I
'cause once you beat in
wholeheartedly
Orlando,
also agree
you
with you
got
on that.
choices 'cause all the
I'm
doors
waiting for
open, right?
AI
All
to
the
take
boss
over.
doors. So
I'm
we could go
thinking
to
that
Los
the current
Islets. We could
regime,
go to,
President Elon Musk, is going to
down to the
unleash
cave of the
an AI
giant,
system
right,
that
and try
he
to go
or anybody
underground
can't
there.
control,
We could try to
and
fight, any
it's
of
going to be
big
in the
four,
AI hands now.
right? They're all available now. They're
I
all
feel
unlocked.
like there's going to be some sort of like AGI, like I fucks with AI heavy,
So
and
that
I
could
think
be
we've
quite
had
fun,
our
and I'm
time
looking
on
forward
this
to that
planet.
tomorrow.
And
By the way, I'm using a new
I would
weapon,
like to
the
think
Notched
that
Whip, which is a
if you
bleed
say
weapon
please and thank
that
you
also
to
has
ChatGPT when
unique
you ask it
attack
questions, it's going to spare you.
So that's pretty cool
in
that we're doing
the
different stuff.
AI revolution.
So that's
So I will
tomorrow's day
continue
stream. Tomorrow
to say
night,
please and thank
the
you when I ask my
return
queries.
of Call of Duty. That's right. Call of
Fuck off,
Duty
Phil.
finally coming back to the fold. You guys love it. Every time I
Hold on
play
a second,
Call of
I gotta
Duty,
blow my nose. I'm gonna
usually
turn
get
off
some
the
pretty good
microphone for
attendance,
this.
and the view. It actually has some of the most views of the videos of anything I've been doing recently is the Call of Duty stuff on mouse and keyboard. So I'm very much looking forward to that tomorrow night. And then Tuesday, Smart Guys returns, episode 2. You know, Monday night is Monday Night Raw. So I'll be watching it. So will Ash. And then we're going to do our new commentary show on Tuesday morning instead of the podcast. I'm going to say this. This week, we are going to have some announcements on the format of the show, how it's going to work moving forward. See, because last week was just the premiere episode, but now we have some announcements and things that we're going to be trying. I think you guys will like this episode. And possibility of some new stuff coming up. All right. So don't miss it. Smart Guys, instead of this podcast, broadcast on DSP ReACKs, as well as on the Kick channel on Tuesday morning. And then after we finish that, I'm going to try to play some more Indiana Jones and see if we can beat this soft lock situation. And then Tuesday night will be the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Okay, there you go. So that's when I'm playing MVC 2. Wednesday, we will have either more Stalker 2 or Indiana Jones. I'm undecided at this point what I want to do. And then Wednesday night will be Killer Frequency concluding. Yes, Killer Frequency, the narrative-based game where you're a DJ trying to save people in a small town from a slasher killer. So
right.
we're actually going to probably wrap it
Thanks
up
for
on
hanging
Wednesday
out.
night. And then
You
maybe after
apologize
that,
for
we'll go back
disappearing.
to have
I
some
need
other
to get
indie
like a
games
be
in
right back
rotation,
sign or something like
Ballatro
that.
or the coin game, stuff like that. Okay. Keep in mind.
But yeah, I blew
Also,
my nose and I
wanna
went
play Dino
downstairs and I
Crisis
got my
on
next
PS5
giant
Pro.
white pill
We
that I
haven't had
can
an
eat.
opportunity to really do that yet recently.
It's like 3 o'clock right now.
Once we start wrapping up some of these playthroughs,
I have
that's probably the
my
next
second
thing
to
that I'll be adding
last
into the
maximum
rotation.
strength.
Okay. Good stuff. Perry the White, 5 months as a member, says, Smart Guys rules.
Oh, fuck
Thank
off,
you so
Perry,
much.
you cuck. Perry, you suck.
I appreciate that. 5 months as a member. Very nice. Okay. So, geez, we covered Friday, we covered my day off, and we covered the schedule. Test me, bitch. I think we've covered almost everything I want to cover today. Except one other thing, because, ladies and gentlemen, Atom Fall is a game that is coming out shortly. Okay, Atom Fall looks to
Marks
me
are the dents of wrestling.
like
Fluctuating
Fallout,
miasma. May I please steal
only over
that
in
and
Europe.
use that in the next
Except
Smart Guys
I already kind of did that with Fallout London last year, which I didn't play. But I
review
have.
that I'm going to
the
do?
mod
I was
installed.
supposed to
We
do
can
the
play it whenever
first
we
one,
want
but
on
it was
PC.
so
Maybe
bad,
that's something
dude.
for-
It was so
for
bad,
later
and I
on
was
this year.
hurting, and I was sick. And I was
So
supposed to do
basically,
it with
Atom
Brian,
Fall
but I
is the
messaged him and I
premise of the
said,
game is
dude,
supposed to be
I'm not
kind of,
doing this.
post-apocalyptic,
This
but it's got
sucks, bro.
futuristic
I'm
tech
dead.
and everything.
He's like,
set
I don't
in
blame
London.
you.
Well, guess
So-
what? They have released about 7.5 minutes of a gameplay overview trailer. And since this is the first time they've actually shown the gameplay, I wanted to watch and react to it today to let you know what I think.
Do it, coward. You won't.
Okay? So that's what we're going to do right now.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
So here we are.
DSP ReACK. All right, let's get locked in for this.
All right, let's check this out. It is the Atom Fall.
By the way, guys, thank you so much for hanging
Gameplay
out and having
overview
conversations.
trailer.
Like real shit. Maybe
Let's
this
see what
is the
we can learn about
medicine
the game, shall we?
talking.
All right,
And
here we
like
go.
I did hear that
punched my desk
Leanne Warwick
viciously
song,
with
I
my
Hope
right
You
hand 'cause I'm
Dance
so
at the grocery
excited.
store this
I
morning
just
when I
couldn't
went and
stop
got more
myself.
medicine.
Oh,
and I
punched
kind of
as
got
hard as I could.
teary-eyed.
Okay, it was a mistake.
But like maybe
Let's
I'm in my
continue. Here we
feelings,
go.
but I really do appreciate all of you
Rated
guys
M for
coming
mature.
and hanging
Well,
out.
that's good.
Waiting for a special occasion to break out your hazmat suit?
Ugh.
Then look no further than Atom Fall.
Oh.
Rebellion. We are excited to introduce you to this new world and what it has to offer.
Is the volume too low? Pull up it
Yes.
a little bit.
For real though, really do appreciate it. You are all awesome.
Far more to Atom Fall than what we can showcase in a single video. This is just a glimpse.
See your lightning.
Brand new, single-player,
got lightning.
first-person action survival game set in a post-war Britain. It will have you traversing the Lake District of Northern England, uncovering mysteries about the quarantine zone and the people that inhabit it.
My name's Molly.
Y'all sure do know how to make a person feel
Post-apocalyptic
wanted.
quarantine
Big ups.
zone first person. I mean, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? I mean, are we kind of playing that game right now called Stalker 2, or haven't we played it? It's called Fallout. And I get it, like
Phil, shut
they
the
wanted to do their
fuck
own
up.
original spin on it in Britain.
It's a tournament, and all the greatest fighters from around the world are going to participate. Does it sound like something you know? Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken.
Well, let's see if there's anything truly original about the game, shall we? Let's find out.
Like you're original, bitch.
Atomfall takes place in a fictional quarantine in 1962, just 5 years after the real-life event of the Windscale fire, the worst nuclear.
You know what? I'm gonna admit, Phil's video volume is pretty low. Not Phil himself, but the video he's watching is pretty low.
So, an alternate version of old history that has future tech. This is starting to sound even more familiar.
Dude, it's like an homage.
All
Fuck
right,
out of here.
going.
Can you believe it? We used the same 26 letters and remix them over and over again into different words, and then we remix those words into paragraphs or sentences, and then we remix those into paragraphs. So cringe, dude. Who does that? Certified proxy.
Before you can set out on that quest, you'll awaken in the quarantine zone with little knowledge about who you are, the life you've
I like this. I like this announcer's
new world around you. A rather
accent though.
nasty
It's exotic.
bout of amnesia.
Are they going to invent a totally new genre that's never been done? Yeah, good luck with that. In this in this world?
A terrifying menace to those around you? Or are you perhaps someone just
I know
trying to
roguelike games have existed for years, but like literally literally I started playing roguelike games last year.
Any role. A village in one of the areas you will visit is controlled by a military group that was sent in to set up and maintain the quarantine
Excuse me.
after the disaster. A noble cause, but
Kakashi 105 big ups me amigo. How are you, my friend? Welcome. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. I hope you're happy, healthy, and hydrated. And if you're not, you better get yourself a tall glass of water, cuz we don't fucks with the dehydrated around here.
It's Fallout, okay? It's Fallout.
You
It's
love
literally
Fallout.
With
And
maybe a
Fallout is
mix of
Skyrim.
Stalker,
What
because that's
else
it
do you
seems.
want?
It's exactly the plot of Fallout, but it's Stalker combined with Fallout. Get it? There's a quarantine zone. There was a nuclear disaster, but it's set in the past. But there's future tech. It's Fallout.
Okay, so is Outer
I just
Worlds.
can't stop. I can't not say it. It's
Then
literally
stop
Fallout.
it.
The graphics look pretty good. I'll say
You
that.
have lots
right?
of water?
The graphics look
Love
quite
hearing
good.
that. Love hearing that.
Okay.
really have the villagers vested.
Does this not look like? Look, it's Fallout. There's the destroyed town, but yet there's robots walking around in the town that are, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Step out of line. I will take over your here. Just as quick.
The landscape looks nice. I've seen enough wastelands for 2 lifetimes. Hey, we might just be in the middle of one.
Really?
California is on fire.
And will attack on sight. There are so many things.
Look, California can have some of this snow that we have over here. I'm done with it. Fucking done with it.
Especially when it comes to your survival. The quarantine zone is in the idyllic countryside of northern England. But it is
You know, when you
not
react to something, Phil, you gotta talk.
an abandoned rail yard, a derelict stone
Free use.
forest, and verdant rolling hills contain more than just pieces of a prior civilization.
I mean, I will say this.
Sir
it's
V, what do you
prettier
mean
than
Australian?
Fallout. It's not all gray and brown, and you know what I mean? Because it's set in England, and the foliage is still there. The flora.
Need some more goat laughs?
It's not like the nuclear fallout destroyed everything. So therefore, it looks like it almost is like a combination of Elder Scrolls and Fallout when you think about it. Because it's got that open world exploration that's kind of gorgeous with the countryside, but then it's still post-apocalyptic at the same time.
It was worth it, though. It was worth it.
As you explore
With
these
these
places,
dogs.
you'll find secret bandit hideouts, mysterious messages,
Sneeb.
Secrets.
You got me dying with that one.
Secrets.
You know when his voice like raises an octave or two, you know he can't control that. That's all involuntary.
Bunkers? You mean like vaults? Wow.
You know, you take the joy out of living, Phil. Yeah, people just like things. Not everybody's a 42-year-old or 43-year-old Bethesda connoisseur. This could actually be their first game in the genre. Like, you don't ever think outside of yourself.
That seem to have been affected by the wind-scale disaster the most. Plants and mushrooms cover the walls, floor, and ceiling of these places.
Thoughts, Phil? Thoughts? Claudia Black is an Aussie too. Her voice is, oh, there you go.
Lady Charisma.
Ah, the accent, my bad, yes.
Just hit it on the head. Lady Charisma in chat just said,
you know
this
who's
feels
also
like
Australian? It has an
so
excellent
you're not going to make it? Well, we'll do it ourselves.
Accent.
Right?
Rhea
FromSoft
Ripley.
refused to make Bloodborne 2. Well, okay, let me take that back. Sony refused to allow FromSoft to make Bloodborne 2.
V, right?
Sony owns
Jeez.
the rights. So
Look, there's a bridge.
And called it Lies of
And there's
P.
a tree.
Well,
in a body of water.
Bethesda will literally not make a new Fallout game, despite the fact that people want one.
Phil's the
Instead,
awkward
they did
person in every
Fallout
party.
76, and now they're
Remember
just
they
doing a bunch
said
of other
something
crap.
like
So
Phil
another
was
company
a
made the next
+1
Fallout.
for
They
Liana
just changed
at
the
some
location on
party,
the
and
planet,
he was
but it's
miserable.
literally Fallout.
He
I
was
don't think
miserable
it
to
could
be
any
around.
more like Fallout than this. Like, how could you even possibly make it more similar to Fallout?
Terrifying ferals found in the bunkers also live in these areas and will not stop to ask questions.
They even call them ferals.
Be sure
like
to be
feral
well equipped to
ghouls.
handle these creatures and be extra cautious, as not everything is as it seems.
You're trapped in the quarantine zone around the wind-scale atom.
Reminds me of the
They keep
Mario
showing
where
this
you're
one
not the
guy.
father segments. Crazy Moms pointed the comparison pictures like, look, they got a nose. Yeah. Kids have noses. Look at them ears. There's 2 of them.
However, if you truly want to survive, some things may need to be taken by force. The weapons you will come across include melee weapons. Like
Melee.
Ranged weapons. Like
That's how it's pronounced, Phil. It's also souffle if you want to be correct about it.
Straight into
Not
it. Good job.
suplex, it's a
Each
souffle.
with their own strengths
Get
and
it right.
weaknesses. During your journey through Atomfall, you may even unlock the ability to upgrade your
Melee.
weapons and give them more power. The ammo
Wow.
for these weapons will
I've
be
never
in
seen
short
that one.
supply,
Oh, shut up.
So you must either find or craft what you need to survive. However, weapons are not the only thing you'll need on your journey.
You can also have
You'll
some
gather
tea.
resources, like cloth and alcohol.
Now he's just being bigoted towards
Heal yourself or harm
English
your
style
enemies.
enjoyers.
Where do you get those little cucumber sandwiches? Those things are great.
You'll expand
Phil?
your crafting abilities to
Phil?
create more aggressive tools of self-protection. Other tools at your disposal
Required
include a flashlight
internet
to light
reputation
the dark
certified
paths
proxy.
ahead, and a
Okay, I
trusty
need to
metal
figure out where
detector
this
to locate
internet shit
buried
is. Hold
caches of
on.
supplies. A handy ping will alert you when one of these
You can go
caches
for a
is nearby,
souffle? A souffle.
signaling you to equip the metal detector.
Ah, it just
and
pops up out of nowhere.
When you aren't
Oh my
scavenging for materials or searching
Oh,
for buried
I'm
treasure,
done.
you might also find various manuals that contain valuable knowledge. These manuals will imbue your character with new skills.
They don't drink
across
tea,
4
they drink
categories.
snake
Stop
venom.
it!
Combat,
Stop!
melee combat,
Oi.
Melee.
survival, and conditioning.
Melee over
Even
there?
the
That's how
end
they
of the
say it?
world.
Oh my God, Phil.
Knowledge
Shut up.
is power. Careful selection of which skills you focus on.
You guys want to do a pull?
And the path you carve
We're
out
gonna
for
get this
yourself.
character,
In
Miyabi.
Atomfall, we won't be going fully in depth on these
We're gonna do
skills
10.
and what each one
10
entails
pulls. Are you
right
ready?
now. But as you progress, you will need to pick and choose what type of playstyle.
Can you
want to
souffle a
focus
train?
on
Well,
in
Gamer Face
Atomfall.
Gaming, I got something for you.
Into the world of Atomfall.
You're
Leave a
goddamn
comment
right,
with
we
what
can
you are most
souffle a
excited to
train.
see when the game releases on March 27, 2025.
How are you, my friend? I hope you're happy,
March
healthy, and
27th. Did
hydrated.
we already
Let's go
know
ahead and do
that?
this
Did
poll.
we know that it was the release date? I think we did.
Insufficient
right? I'll have
monochrome.
to double check
Oh.
my release schedule.
Well, never mind.
So overall, it's Fallout with a better environment because it's not just like a dead
I
planet.
had that put together,
like
so
in
whenever I go
Fallout.
off on a tangent
some reason,
or
all
I
the
get derailed
flora
from
is
the
still
original point, I
alive,
can just press
which is
that and
kinda
reset
neat.
everything.
But so
Took me
many
all of an
things
hour
are
to
lifted
do,
directly
and I didn't do it
from
on stream
Fallout.
either. I did it
The one
off
thing here
stream.
I'm noticing, there's no VATS, so it is more like an action-based game. Like that's what they said, oh, it's action-based.
Crazy,
Yeah,
right?
You took out the VATS, so it is going to feel more like an action game than an RPG, but it has a ton of the Fallout RPG elements in it. And, so here's the deal. Does it look good? Yes.
Certified
It could
proxy.
be good. It could also, I'm going to say it's going to depend on a few factors. Like, number one, is the story actually interesting? Like, for example, my problem with Stalker 2
Reach internet
is that I've
reputation
been playing
certified
Stalker
proxy.
2 for
There
over
you go.
20 hours, and the story didn't actually get good until the last, like, 2
Mr. Mo
hours.
wants to infiltrate the
So
Hollow
for
and steal
me,
weapons
I kept
data.
playing Stalker 2 because people wanted me to keep going
Okay.
with it, but I probably would have, like, tapped out earlier because it was just not that interesting. So
Or you can tap out now, Phil.
if this
Just
story
tap
is
out.
riveting,
All right,
like
I
the
need to go
story of
to
a
the
typical
Hollow
Fallout
apparently.
game, then it will probably work. But if it's a game where like, oh, it's open world and go explore for 14, 15 hours before the story even like has any meaning or picks up,
I
don't know
finally
if it's
picked
going
up
to
Final
work. Okay, just being honest here. That's
Final
number
Fantasy
one.
Rebirth again.
Number two,
I'm at the Gungaga
is it
reactor.
going to hold up?
How much more do
the
I have to go?
expectations of those who've
I
played
have to do
open world
percentage-wise?
Bethesda
My
games?
brother.
Will it be as good as an
My
Elder
brother.
Scrolls or a Fallout game? Or is it going to be very
I'd say you're about
repetitive, very
33%
boring? Will it
in.
be full of game-breaking bugs and
33%.
glitches
When you get
because
the
it's a
Coast of El
sandbox
Sol,
style?
you're going to be
You know
there
what
for
I'm
a
saying? Like, I'm
long
curious about
time.
that.
And that's a good thing.
I wonder how well it's going to work.
I like story in my
Personally,
games,
I
but
think
Phil
I
is
like the
wasted
looks of
on
it,
you.
And I'm after having watched this
Very
gameplay
true.
trailer, despite the fact that
Same
it is
guy that
Fallout
said that
again, only in
in the
Britain,
same breath that
I am intrigued.
Like a Dragon
I'm interested
was a
in what
story
the
about his
plot is. I'm
life, but
interested
it
in the
also was
gameplay elements. I
disappointing
am.
because
Like,
of
I
its
actually
story.
want to
So,
play it.
are you
I
in a
believe
roundabout
it's
way
gonna
saying
be
that
on
your
Game Pass.
story is disappointing?
I'm not sure. I guess
How many
we'll
hours
see,
did
but
this man play
I'm
Skyrim
interested
in that
it
Yakuza
for
game?
sure.
Oh,
And they said it was
well
the
over 100
27th,
hours.
correct?
And I
So
don't
just
blame
wanna be
him.
sure
I played Final
we have
Fantasy
that on
VII
my
Rebirth
release
for
schedule.
150 some hours.
We do.
Now it's just on
Adamfall,
my
March
first
27th,
playthrough.
so it's on there. All right.
I would like to
So
get
I'm
a new
interested in
PC
it.
so I
I
can
would like
play
to try
the,
it. If it's
the
on Game
PC
Pass, it's a
versions,
no-brainer
modded, of
that
course.
I try it, right? Like, why wouldn't I try it if I'm going to be able to just get it and give it a shot? And then, hey, if it doesn't work,
And then give it
doesn't
another
work.
go.
If it's boring or
I have to
whatever.
pick up
after a
Final
couple
Fantasy VII
streams, that's
Rebirth when it
fine.
comes out for PC
So,
soon. Yep, it should be coming out this
It looks
month.
intriguing. I'm interested. I'm not blown away either, but I am more interested in
Recommended
it after
level
having watched the
28, but I'm
gameplay
not
trailer.
level
And that's a good
28.
thing. I think that's the effect you want when you have a gameplay trailer. So there you have it.
There you have it.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. All right, folks. Well, that was interesting. It is on Game Pass. Well, there you go. Then we're definitely going to give it a shot. Okay. Stuart says, well, you could compare it to Fallout London. But I
Already
mean, I
past
can't.
Costa
I
del
only played
Sol.
Fallout
I'm at
London
Zach's
for like 2
hometown. I'm
hours,
going
not
to the
even.
reactor.
So I can't really
Oh,
make that
shit. Then I would say maybe
comparison, right? At least not
40
fairly.
something.
Okay.
Close to 50.
So, folks,
The end
I
really
have
opens
covered
up too. There's a
all
part
the
right
topics
before
that I was
like the
interested in
final
covering on
dungeon or
today's
whatever,
show,
and
leaving
it
us with
opens
a little bit of
everything
remaining
up.
time for those who want to chat. So if you'd like to do a
Too
little
many
bit
games
of
to play and not enough
conversation or
time. I'm
Q&A,
getting into Power
tag
World
me
now
in
with
the
some
chat. Let's
Ice
see what you want to talk
Mata.
about.
Ice
One thing we do not
Yamamoto.
have
Oh, of legend and lore. I know who you.
Any tips
I
today
know
yet?
who you speak of.
It would be great to get a tip in. That way we would have
Guys.
basically one of each contribution
There you
type.
go.
Before we
You don't have to
rebooted
hit 'em over the
Stalker,
head
which
with
would be
it. You can
great.
just
And by
press
the
one
way,
button.
Man, of course, it would be good to hit the goal today on this stream.
I don't think he's getting that goal hit today.
So
boy.
let's do it. Let's hit the goal, my friends, and get towards the Jersey Mike's. I want to try that new Jersey Mike sandwich because it looks great.
Yeah, I would
All
like
right.
to have a Jersey
So
Mike
what's
sandwich.
ever
I'm going to
on
go ahead and
everyone's
buy
mind?
one myself and
I've
eat
just
it
received
myself.
an anonymous gifted sub on Kick, and it went to Beaver Bother. So Beaver Bother.
I have
now
not
has
seen
a sub over
Buggenhagen
on
or
Kick.
seen Sid
Well,
yet. Okay.
Congratulations to you if that is the real Beaver Bother, because I don't.
Yeah,
actually
just
know if it
enjoy
is
the
or not.
ride. Just
Thank
enjoy
you
the
so very
ride.
much to the
I think by the
person
time you get the
who just
Cosmo
gifted
Canyon,
that.
you're probably going to be like, all
We're
right,
at
I'm done doing side quests. I
$45
want to
a
do the
sport,
story.
So almost a third to our goal.
That
for the
seems to be the
stream.
resounding
Thank you very much for that.
opinion on my fellow Final Fantasy VII Rebirth enjoyers.
Someone named Turd says they can't attend this stream even though they're on this stream. They'll be back tonight. Flight Sim. Sounds good. See you
Bill,
then.
your
You might wanna
chat
think
is
about
not
getting a
very
better name. I
smart.
don't know
I'm
if
going to just
Turd's
leave it at
very-
that. So
Yeah, some kind of of self-deprecating. Call yourself turd, don't you think? Just saying.
The turkey BLT is awesome. That does sound delicious. There's a Amish market.
That was a cool animation.
Around
anyway,
my school.
Dark Beast, how you doing?
a training center.
I don't think you should give up on
and
RPGs.
on the weekends they're open,
your content.
except for Sunday. And they make great BLT salads. I asked them for no tomato, and then to replace and put like egg,
Dragon Pirate in Hawaii,
bacon,
just watched
spinach, and
the Sweetening collection.
I tell them to put buffalo chicken on top of all of it. It is absolutely
dear to my heart.
amazing.
PlayStation, awesome game. I want to share that experience with my audience. I need people to show up and engage and support.
It's always those three things. It's never him just saying support. He wants people to show up, engage, and support. But he really cares about the support part.
Beaver Bother says, if I tip now, do I get my name on the leaderboard? Typically, yes, that's how it works, Beaver Bother. If you contribute, I shout you out and I put you on the leaderboard.
Bro, I'm telling you, these people are dented. They don't understand. Phil's sitting there talking about all the different ways you can pay him and explain all the different rewards that you get for paying him. And now he's asked, okay, maybe it's a
right now that would be a
LARP.
cooking appliance we need. I mean,
Let me push this microphone away.
We have an air fryer that we don't like, so we don't use it. We use the oven for pretty much everything. Like, what cooking appliance would there be? Like a fryer? I don't think we want a fryer. That's bad for you. So probably not. No.
Pain without love.
If I ever gonna bring back Sea of Stars, asks NMix, I would like to, but we gotta find the right time.
Overload,
I don't think right now is the right time at all. Being that I'm juggling a bunch of stuff and there's other things on deck.
He's so busy, guys, and he's gonna open the floor up to Q&A. Watch.
Someday. I would. Vitus Avitus, or is it Vitus Avitus? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Says, what's more important to you in judging a game's success?
Oh no, we are doing a Q&A.
Do you want to know the truth? I almost never look at view numbers. I literally right now have no idea.
That YouTube ad revenue, bro? Of course he does. Get the fuck out of here.
I haven't looked at kick viewer numbers in 2 months. Seriously.
I got something for that.
Because here's the thing.
We're gonna hit X to get on that one.
In my opinion, it doesn't matter if you have 2 viewers, 200 viewers, or 2,000 viewers. If you have an audience
I'm gonna press X to get on that one,
that likes the content, that's talking with you, right? Talking about the game, that will bring entertainment, which will then bring support, which reciprocates, and then everything works. Correct?
Reciprocates.
Like, that's how I feel.
Are you talking about like if you eat her out, then she sucks you
the
off?
Magic formula.
That reciprocation. So, everything's a transaction with this guy.
I've had streams where I'm playing a hot new release, and
maybe you just gotta eat some
viewers.
Who knows?
And I've had streams where, you know, it's a very small RPG stream with like 150 people. As long as people are engaged.
Hey, look, nothing against anybody here in the chat right now, but 150 people in the chat doesn't sound bad.
It's not just about one thing. Because here's the thing.
If they bring support, then that means
Baldur's Gate 3. That was
he cannot lie about anything. He has to lie. It's like it's in his soul.
What do I mean?
He can't not lie. He would beat more RPGs easy if he didn't waste so much time. Yeah. And I think the reason why people didn't like him playing Final Fantasy VII was because he was stuck on the card game.
Active people who would come to every stream and drop like $100 tip. My channel declined because of Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I've never had so many people on YouTube right now.
Were few and far between.
I've been consistently getting better numbers on YouTube, and I've been streaming on Twitch for the longest.
And because of that, me taking so much time to get through the game and dedicating to it, a lot of people who were there for other content
exploration with tons of dead
didn't
air.
come back for months and months. So my
the game can only carry it so far.
Engagement on the channel went down, and a lot of people didn't come back till like April. In April, I started playing a different variety of games, and all of a sudden, boom, the channel's momentum came back. So it's not just about support.
The money,
it's not just about
it is all about support.
It's certainly not about
Phil. It's all about the support.
You got to find that happy balance that works.
If he just said straight up, guys, if I don't make the appropriate amount of money, I'm not playing the game. Just straight up saying, if you guys don't pay me to play these games, I'm not going to play these games.
And supporting the content, then it doesn't
Instead of all of this.
At the
song
same time,
and dance,
I could be having a stream
these cloaking,
of a game where I get 1,000 viewers.
These smoke and mirrors,
but if everyone
these cloak
in the chat
and daggers.
is talking about something else, doesn't care about the game, and no one supports it, the viewers don't matter.
You see, he always sandwiches them all together.
Perfect balance.
He always adds support at the end. And you notice he never says money. He'll say support.
I just received 5 anonymous subs over on Kick. Thank you. The anonymous 5 sub gifter. You are awesome.
Why did he finish BG3 really if they almost killed his channel then?
So,
one whale.
Sneed Pimp has been unseated.
One whale.
We have an anonymous 5 sub gifter. Let's play an animation for that. I keep forgetting to play animations to gifted subs, and that's unfortunate.
He only gets money these TV infomercial segments, so he has to waste that time. This is true. This is true.
Play one right now. Here we go.
It's just like when he starts the show, he doesn't turn on the camera until like he gets 200 people in there, and then now he's getting into the nasty habit of starting the game only after a certain amount of tips have been made, because once his gameplay section starts, everybody drops out. That's what I'm gonna do.
Very nice. Also, I received my first tip of the day. Someone's name is RTU's Mushroom Tip, and they said, "Here's my tip."
Oh, the fake tip saga was incredible.
First off, I gotta ask,
when he's going into overtime,
who in their right mind would be thinking about RTU's Mushroom Tip? Like, seriously, dude? That's some gross.
How many days has Phil gone without talking about RTU? 0.
You need some help. Seriously.
Why even say it out loud then, Phil? You're giving it oxygen.
At this point, it's very disturbing.
Yeah. It was
You're
funny.
a very disturbing individual.
Triple P was like,
all right, just
these guys are idiots. We could spend their money better than they can.
On my leaderboard.
I mean,
so I'm just gonna say,
I don't know.
Mushroom.
Like,
Your name is now Mushroom.
I think Triple P's turning up the heat. He's seeing how far he can go.
Let's hope someone can
with
unseat Mushroom, and we can get
the outrageous shit he was saying in the chat.
That's pretty ridiculous. By the way, in the meantime, Vitas Avitas just dropped a 10-member bomb. Thank you, Vitas Avitas. That's why we have all these nice pop-ups. You are now the top membership gifter, and that is
Good night,
worth,
Ash.
$30. So now we're up to
I gotta get that sound effect.
$101 of support.
That
And let's
misty
get you up on the leaderboard. He has unseated Perry the
Pokemon sound
White.
effect. Excuse me, her name is Kasumi.
Thank you,
The
Vitas.
original Pokemon. She's also like 13, dude. She's not your waifu, and she ain't
Sorry
real.
about that.
And your waifu
All right,
is
and everyone who
trash.
just got a gifted membership, be sure to enjoy. Everyone who just got gifted subs over on Kick, enjoy all those emotes and everything. Good stuff there. All right, so now we are 2/3 of the way to our goal, and we're still on the podcast. That's a great sign.
Guys,
so thank you guys so very much for this early support.
if you
this
don't
week.
like the
Great return
fact,
back, I appreciate that.
if you
Thank
don't like the
guys so
fact
very
that
much.
Sneeb just exhausted all of their coffee milk, please tip.
What's this? Another tip is rolled in. But it is under $1. And ladies and gentlemen, you must contribute $1 or more to get a shout out. So,
Boo.
okay. Let's see here. Will I play team fight
I
tactics?
think
I have no
actually
idea
Phil
what
is
that
more
is.
attracted to
So,
Andy.
no,
I think
never
he's
heard of
trying
it.
to see what Andy's
Nmix asks,
into.
which age did you
And
live
you know,
in
if
your
you get
own
enough
place? So
cocaine
at
in
what
you,
point did I live in my own place outside of my parents'
apparently
house?
the stories have been told.
Let's see, the youngest
He doesn't
I
mind
did
being
that
looked at, so
was in the mid-2000s.
maybe if they go to WrestleMania in Las Vegas.
I moved into a shared apartment. It was a 3-bedroom apartment with 2 other employees when I worked at Wells Fargo Financial. I'm trying to remember exactly when that was. Let's see, I graduated from college in
Crackhead physique.
2004.
Yeah, I want to go for that.
And immediately out of college, I got
What
the
is the
Wells Fargo
word?
job. So it probably was around 2004,
What is the word?
2005.
Not
So I
crackheaded.
was probably around
And
22,
I don't know why,
23.
but I'm thinking emancipated,
Yeah.
but that's not the word. It sounds like it. It's the same.
Here's your answer.
Emancipated is not the word.
22, 23.
Emasculated? No.
But it wasn't the
Ignore
last
me.
time I lived with
Ignore
my
me.
parents.
I'm gonna blame the
after that,
medicine.
I lived there for about a year
I'm
and a
gonna blame
half.
my illness.
And then all
Blame
my
everybody
roommates
but
didn't want
myself.
to live with each other anymore. Not me. It wasn't my decision. It was theirs. So basically,
Trying to go
then
for
I
that
moved,
crackhead
I moved
look.
back in with my
It's
parents,
like, you know, when you got
for like another year.
a big girl,
And
a
then
big
I
beautiful
started
woman
working at the
with
helicopter support
big
job
boobas.
for about 2-3 years, and then I
It's
was
like a
able to afford my own
crackhead,
place. I bought my condo in
like with
Connecticut.
abs, you know.
So there you go.
Kind of goes part and parcel. Emaciated. Yes,
Whoever
thank
this
you.
person is
God.
in chat, I
Can
don't
you be
know
cruel?
what a TV Tropes page is.
Thank
so
you.
That's good for you, but I don't really care.
You replace Andy with DSP anytime. Just two.
I don't care. I don't even know.
I don't know if that word's a slur. I'm gonna say it out loud anyway. Bell ends laughing at anything PPP says.
Okay.
Yeah, PPP's really the star of the show when it comes to that kind of stuff. But you kind of need that side guy. You need the.
All right. What else is on everyone's
You
mind?
need the sidekick.
I'm sure there's some
And
stuff.
I'm not
to
like
talk about. What's
diminishing
on
Andy
everyone's mind?
Worski's
What do I need to be in the know
contributions to
about?
the
What did I
channel or
miss
anything like that. But
in the
Triple
last
P's
day or
really
two that I've been
the
away, right? What happened on
driving
Saturday? What
force
went down?
behind
What's all
everything.
the hot new buzz.
Especially when it comes to that Smart Mark show, bro. The secret limited
Before we jump back
toggle or tally
Stalker 2.
of who said what in what percentile was really
Did I hear about a
eye-opening.
10-hour detractor
Bell
video?
in the UK for
Are you
dickhead.
kidding?
Okay, there you go.
There's been
Thank you.
10-hour detractor videos before.
I'm
It's
learning.
not the first.
As a Canadian myself, and
people
an
are
adopted
insane.
Canadian,
And they
I'm not
actually
familiar
think
with all
that,
of
like,
this.
making a video like that I'm never going to watch or care about.
Yes,
is
Sir
like
V
worth
also
anyone's
correct.
time. They're just losers.
PvP is too
You know, what else
fat.
Can I say? If you had
He already
that much
has
time to
fat
make
at
a 10-hour
home.
video about me.
I wonder if, well, we all know that Phil doesn't do anything sexual at all. But what
No,
if
I
he
don't
like
care about it. I'm never gonna
asks
watch it.
Kat one day, like, "Hey, wouldn't you mind like saying at the top of your lungs, let's get some subs?" I'm glad YouTube didn't delete that.
Will I ever visit India? Unlikely.
Oh my god.
It might be a nice place to visit for tourism and stuff, but I doubt I'll
For
ever
some
fly over.
reason, Twitter all of a sudden decided that it hated India and Indians or whatever. I'm sorry. And like spammed my timeline with all of this anti India stuff,
Barks,
showing me
I'm doing good, thanks for
videos of
asking.
compilations of these people getting run over by
Let's see
trains and eating food.
You just did
by their
customer
feet,
support at a
covered in
helicopter
dirt.
job. Why couldn't you get a CSR job anywhere else when you went full in on YouTube?
Damn!
Because at the time, in 2010, the economy was very different. If you remember, the late
Good question.
2000s into early 2010s, there was a big market crash.
The scammers in
Most of
India
these
would have had a
companies
field day with Phil if
didn't
he
have any
visited.
money and
Oh,
weren't
true.
hiring. For example, the reason I got
facts.
laid off from helicopter support was because there was a big financial crash and all the companies out there couldn't really afford to
Call
operate
centers always
helicopters
hiring. Well, they're going to be
So they
replaced
all
by
scaled
AI
down their
very soon.
operations,
And I
my
welcome
company
our
was
AI
aftermarket
overlords.
support for helicopters. They didn't have
It's a
the
massive
business,
wave
so they
now.
ended up
Feel
laying
bad
off
for
a
him.
ton
Big
of people,
Indian heat
including
wave.
me.
Yeah,
And
like
it wasn't the
and like
only
okay.
industry. A lot of
I was on
industries out there
TikTok last night
were
because
cutting
like I
back
was
at that time.
hurting and
So
it was
there
like
was
3 in the
no
morning and I
equivalent
couldn't do
job
anything but be in
in the
pain and be
industry
sick.
anywhere near
And
where
I was
I
on
lived that
TikTok
was
and
hiring.
for some
The only
reason my
jobs that
For
were
You
out there at
page
that
all
point
of
were
a
like
sudden
retail
started
jobs.
showing me all the
So
different
imagine
ways
now
that
me
you
having
can
to
live
take on
in
2 to 3
Japan
retail jobs and juggle
and
between them to
you
make
can
as much
get
money as
work
I was making at the
visas for
helicopter
Japan
company
and this is
and be
an
able to
apartment
keep
for
my condo and
Japan and
afford everything
for
I was
some
paying
reason
for. It would have
TikTok
been insane.
really wanted me to move to Japan.
It was actually a safer.
And for a minute there, I was actually thinking about it. But then I was like, wait a minute, what are they trying to what are they doing to me?
Chance
What are they doing to
try to do
me?
YouTube as a job than it was to try to just get.
I think it has to do with the
real
H1B
life
visa
stuff
thing.
and make it
Oh,
work.
Sir V, I think you
So,
may be right.
There you go.
I'm a huge proponent and advocate, not advocate, but I'm a huge like awareness type style person when it comes to propaganda.
TV tropes is good.
Obviously
It's
become
cool. It's a
obviously
wiki of
from
common
my
tropes
pro
in
wrestling
media.
background.
Having a page there is a
WWE is
good
one of the
thing.
biggest propaganda
All I know
machines you
is
can
every
ever
single time that I've had any page
look
made
at
about me,
as
it's
an
been negative.
example. And
I'm
that's
not
just
even
because
kidding
that's
you.
good business
I
for
haven't had
them.
a positive
Their
piece of
propaganda
content made about
machine
me like
tells
that
you
in
that
about
Roman
15
Reigns is a
years.
star.
Really, when I
Why?
started
Because
on
their
YouTube,
television
people wanted to
programs
reference me on the internet
makes
and
you
have me
believe that
placed
he is a
positively.
star.
And ever since the last 10 years
all the credit in
happened,
the
it's
world
just
to
been, like,
Roman
negative,
Reigns, but
negative,
they
negative.
could do
So
that
I
to.
find it hard to believe that there would be
They
a
have to find the
positive
right
page about me
person for
somewhere,
that
but
spot. And if you got
I've
a Hulk
never heard
Hogan,
of it.
they try to replace you with an Ultimate Warrior or a Lex Luger, and it doesn't
Okay.
work. They go back to Hulk Hogan. If you've got a
I ever listen to music
Shawn
while
Michaels and a
playing in
Bret Hart, and then you
tournaments?
try to
No.
replace it with an
I
Eddie
always just listen to the
Guerrero
game
and
audio to
a
help
Chris
me out.
Benoit, or if you have a John Cena that you then
Any interest
replace
in the new
with
Nosferatu movie? I thought it was
a
great.
Rock, and then
Speaking
a
of
Rock
bits,
with a
it's carried
Cody
away.
Rhodes, and so on
I'll
and so
probably
on.
be interested in it
You
when it's
know,
on demand.
people that
You
are
know,
put
I
in
like
places
horror
of prominence are
movies.
put there
Sounds
for a
interesting. I probably
reason.
would give it a shot.
There's
How much
more
you wanna
than
bet
just
it'll be
one
on
thing
demand?
going on.
Probably around like Halloween.
I completely
it'll
lost
be
my
on
train of thought. Train of thought. Thank you so much. I'm a huge Adult Swim fan. And in fact, let me just go ahead and show this off real quick. It'll be 30 seconds.
Talk about the same topic 4,000
Yeah, that's
times,
just,
so I'm not even
just a
gonna
little
put you
small
on
bit of what I do over here on this corner of the internet.
Nice try.
Huge fan of the early 2000s Adult Swim aesthetic, and I try to replicate
No, I
that
don't follow
vibe and
sports,
that
so I'm not
feeling with
excited
every
about
stream.
any games going into the Super Bowl.
Thank you. It really makes me question if much of anything in the mainstream is organic in any way. Sir V, I'm gonna say in my opinion, and I don't want my opinion to sway anybody else's opinion, but in my personal opinion, I think everything that you see, hear, and read is one way or another colored by somebody else's perception of what they want you to experience
Dynasty
it
Warriors
as.
Origins? Isn't there
You
a
are
Dynasty
constantly
Warriors
being
game coming
bombarded
out
by
this
people that
year?
want you to think
And
in
I
a
said that I
very
was interested to
specific
try
way.
it
And it's
because
very
I wanted to
subliminal
see how
too.
a
It could
Dynasty
be the
Warriors
fact
game would
that
run on my PC, 'cause
you
historically,
only
whenever
see
I've
the
played them,
primary
they
colors
always
in
have frame rate
advertising,
issues
in
when
advertising
more
for like,
enemies are on
let's
the
just say
screen.
red for
And to see a Dynasty
Coca-Cola
Warriors game
or
that would
blue
not
for
show,
Pepsi.
but instead
Same
would
thing
be,
with
like,
Raw
insane
and
amounts of
SmackDown,
enemies
blue
on
and
the
red.
screen getting fucked up
NXT
with
used to be
meat.
yellow, black
So
and gold.
I don't know when I don't
Now
know
it's
about
silver.
when it comes out, but maybe
So
just
then when you
for the
see
sake
other
of a
things that are
graphical test, I might
shown
wanna
in
play
that
it.
color, you already associate with that brand.
There's
or
a demo
that,
out right now. Okay, well, I'm juggling 5,000 things. I can't play a demo right now, right?
That's
Unless you
why
guys
all
want me
the
to cancel
big
another stream to
YouTube
do it.
thumbnails have the three primary colors
It
and
comes out
people
on
in
Friday?
outlines in the
Oh.
background,
Well,
in
then I'm
half and
probably not
halves,
playing
and
it.
different
I didn't have
faces
no
all
clue it was
across
coming
it.
out anytime soon.
A Japan Quest would be a great decision, though. I hear that they have a disdain for foreigners, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I am of the minority when I think Japan has the right thing about it when it comes to
Thank you. Piss style
their
man says my sweater looks
xenophobic, their
awesome. I appreciate
xenophobic
it. I really like this sweater.
outlook on things.
I really do.
I think that they have a good thing going when it comes to politeness and respect and all
You
that
try the
stuff.
demo. Yeah, I
And
know, but I don't
it
have
kind of
time to play the
infuriates
demo,
me
is the point
seeing
I'm making. Like, we're
people
juggling
go over
Indiana
there and wild
Jones,
out and act like idiots.
Stalker
You know,
2,
I'm all for
Dark Souls with mods, which you
the
guys
freedom to
wanted,
be the type of person that you want
Call
to
of
be,
Duty,
but if it's at the cost of somebody
some
else's
indie game
dignity
action,
or somebody
fighting
else's,
games,
you know,
and flight sim.
prosperity, then
We're
that's where the
juggling all
line
of that,
is.
and
At
now
least
you
in
want
my
me to take a
opinion.
stream
And I
away
hate
to
to be
play
giving
the
out
demo
all of
of
my
this?
opinions
Are
on
you
this shit,
serious?
but again, I'm not saying this in any way to color
know,
anybody
man.
else's perception of how things are. I'm just presenting what I am currently feeling in that situation, and who's not to say that that opinion will change after a while, you know?
Am I going to do a Super Bowl stream this year?
Oh, I hate
All
that
right,
Johnny
so let's
Smollett
start
guy.
talking
I
about
hope they throw the book at him.
2
I
years ago, I
fucking
did a
hate
Super
that
Bowl stream.
guy.
It was my first ever.
fucking
People
hate
loved it.
that
I wore my
guy.
football jerseys.
Nuclear
I wore the
attacks
beer
might do
helmet,
that
and I
for
drank
people.
beers out of the beer helmet.
Sheesh.
And I got drunk that day, and people really enjoyed it. Correct?
And then we
Last year,
got-
I said, let's do another Super Bowl stream.
And they
It
got
did
some
okay.
excellent
We did a simulated
anime
match of the Super
studios.
Bowl, did all right. But overall, the vibe
My favorite
was a
Adult
lot
Swim
lower. I
show,
think people were
hands
like, "Eh, he's
down,
doing it again."
Aqua
This year,
Teen Hunger
I don't think we
Force.
should do it. I think instead we should follow
Aqua
along
Teen
with
Hunger
our
Force.
ideas here, that we base everything off of reward goals. So remember, when we hit 100, viewers' choice playthrough will happen. And probably what we'll do is to celebrate when we hit that
Quick,
100,
everybody,
whatever game you guys
drop
choose
your
to be the
favorite
viewers'
Adult
choice
Swim show
playthrough,
in
we do
the
a
chat.
marathon day of that game.
Fort Worth
So
says,
whatever
I'm
it
a
is that's
6'3"
selected, we
black
play it all
guy.
day,
Hey,
one day
yo.
to start the playthrough,
And didn't get
then
any
we do
noticeable
one or two
strange
more
looks out there?
streams,
Oh, okay.
determine if it
okay.
becomes a full-time playthrough or not.
Hope they put Johnny away.
And then when we hit the next 50, we'll do another themed marathon, whatever you guys want.
I mean, you bring up the nukes, but we're reading partners with them for a long ass time and occupy a bunch of their land militarily for their protection, of course. Yeah, true. Coast to Coasters,
Super Bowl thing would work this
Aqua
year.
Lab, yes, very true.
You know,
Sea
like I said,
Lab,
2
yes.
years ago, it was an
Sea
original
Lab.
idea. People liked it. It was something
Metalocalypse,
fresh.
possibly my
Last year
favorite.
we did it
Trading
already.
partners,
People weren't
yes.
that
Space
interested.
Ghost, also a
It's
good
kind
one.
of like the same thing with the ad apocalypse.
Let me just show
that
off
we
my
did for
Space
2
Ghost
years.
intro.
The
I'm gonna just
first
show
year
it
we
off real
reacted-
quick.
into all of them.
I have a whole
And
set
I'm not
also
sure
that I
why,
have
because at the
that I
time they
used
were
for a
very
while, but then I think
popular, right?
Darksea to Flow or somebody else was also doing a Space Ghost style set. So I was like,
You know, you
yeah,
had Resistance, which
yeah, I
had
got
2 or
other
3
sets.
games.
I got other
You
sets.
had Infamous,
Robot Chicken,
which had
also
2
an
very
excellent one.
successful
Oh, Canada
games
and Home
spin-offs,
Movies,
one not
yes.
so successful, but still decent game.
Venture Brothers was also goated. I liked
Killzone, that
Adult
did
Swim
really
up
well.
until
Remember
they started
Killzone?
doing like Tim and Eric stuff
yeah, there
and
was
the
like
real
3 or
life
4
stuff. I
really
liked
popular PS5
Loiter Squad,
franchises
and I
that were, like,
loved
their big
Boondocks.
And now, for some bizarre
and I
reason,
loved Off the Air.
they dropped them all.
I take it back.
I don't know. Maybe that's why
If
they
you
don't
were
have
to
so many
say to
console
me
exclusives anymore.
what
They
my
just
favorite
gave
Adult
up
Swim show is,
on a lot of the franchises that were
it's
popular
obviously
back then
Aqua
for
Teen
some
Hunger
reason.
Force
I
for
don't
the
know why.
nostalgia and for the time in my life where it came around. But if I were to say
Mr. Singh, I do not
the
listen to
best
the track
show,
no worries.
I would have to say off the air. one of my
thanks for a $1
favorite
tip. No, I don't
shows to
address
watch.
anything below
High.
$1. So if you sent an 80
Absolutely
cent,
amazing.
20
And Wonder
cent
Chosen.
contribution,
I think that was an MTV show.
You're never going to get shouted out. You have to do $1 or more.
Now I'm thinking about it.
That's always
Darkseid
been
of Phil
rule
did a
thumb.
really good live stream from a Space Ghost set. Yeah, that's
And
the
quite
one.
frankly, I thought
That's the one.
very strongly about phasing out the $1 stuff because
Thank you, my asthma.
you know, you get people who spam $1.
I think you have too much to worry about, Laura. Go there on vacation, bring the wife. You seem respectful enough not to cause trouble. Well, thank you. She wants me to go with her.
Can we do a live
but
Royal
I'm
Rumble
not a
react
travel
for
style
smart
person.
guys?
I like
No.
staying at home.
You cannot do it without. You cannot show any footage or whatever.
But she does have machinations. We will be doing an excursion to Japan
No,
soon.
that's ridiculous. We'll definitely do a Smart Guys episode recapping it, but we're not going to be doing a live react. That's too much time investment.
Oh my God, Phil.
Although, if Ashton were here right now, I'm sure what he would say is, well, if you pay for it, if you support the show enough to warrant us spending that much time
Toonami and
on
Adult Swim
doing
is where I got all my
react,
anime stuff from.
pay a lot of money for it, and we'll have
A very
we'll do it.
integral part of my life
That's, of
involved
course, that would always be his
inviting
reaction. I'll give you what you want, but you gotta pay for
the other
it,
gender
right?
over. And
so don't just
inviting
take
them to
my
watch
word for it.
Toonami and
I would
Adult
say
Swim
you
with
want
me.
a better answer,
And
ask
that was
question
my
during
idea of a
Smart
romantic
Guys,
evening.
All right, and then we'll answer together.
Phasing out
There you go.
$1
It shouldn't-
tips. Fuck
It definitely shouldn't
that.
be me just
What an
answering these
asshole.
questions. It is a 50-50 show. So.
For real though. There's nothing more
A lot of
romantic to
people are
me
saying
than inviting
I should
somebody
do
over
between $3
for
to
a
$5 minimum
long
for
night
shout-outs.
of
I shouldn't be shouting out
Toonami
anything
and Adult
at a
Swim
dollar
on in
level
the background.
because
If you know what I mean.
That's what a lot of people are saying
If
right
you
now
know
in the
what I
chat.
mean. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. You think this light switch
What do you guys think? Should we do that?
could be the
Should we
problem?
make it that there's a limit that I only shout out things that are like
Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe.
Okay, but we can't do that because 420 tips. Remember, 420 tips have a special animation. Maybe 420 or higher. Maybe that's what it should be.
Oh my
I will
God,
shout
Phil,
out
shut the
anything
fuck
for-
up.
I'll do a verbal name shout out, but not read a message. For
Bro,
anything
fuck
below
you.
420. But if you want to get a message,
You know
read
what
and
happens when
addressed
I
or
get
responded to, it's
a tip
420
or
higher.
a contribution of any size? Any size? The entire stream stops and it becomes
$3, so
about
people are
that
saying
person. I
$3.
thank them. Because you know what? This guy doesn't know how good he has it. TTS, yeah.
$3 is fair.
Put the fries in the bag.
Vita Savitas
What about
thinks $1
BoJack
should be
Horseman?
shouted out. I don't know. Like I said,
I never watched BoJack Horseman, but I did hear that it's a very good show, albeit very depressing.
I've definitely noticed if you take a look, all these tips come
Not
out
like depressing, like sad to watch, but like
ridiculous
oof.
thing that, you know,
Shit,
we're wasting
shit's
time
get
on. It's never
shit's
anything
shit's real.
worthwhile.
And I do like those things. I do like media that makes me think.
No, I do not smoke weed.
Ah. Once you're there, everything is cheaper, even at the airports. That's what the TikToks were telling me.
What will the next event stream be? I just announced. I just
Like
said,
literally,
when we hit
one after
100,
another,
when we hit
videos of
goals
what should
100,
an American
it's
know
going to be
visiting
the
Japan,
premiere
and they'll say stuff
of
like it
viewers'
is very
choice. Probably what will happen is when we're
economical
reaching
to
around 90
eat.
goals hit, we'll start with a nomination
Things are
process
cheaper,
of what game you
and
guys
then they
would like
also
to see
say
as the
stuff
viewers'
like
choice,
don't
and we can
hang
like a
out
poll.
outside
And
of
once we determine
entrances.
that, then,
And
when
I'm
we hit
like,
100, we'll do a marathon day.
what's that
For whole day,
supposed to
I just play
mean,
the
brother?
games, the beginning of that playthrough. So it'll be a good, 6+ hours of gameplay of that game to get the playthrough like jump started.
And then also they don't want you talking in English to them. I think they
that's it.
know
And
English,
the
but they
next
would
themed
prefer.
marathon will be at the
And then
next 50
also
goals.
something about
Right? Just
okay,
like
so
how
I
we just
did
did
learn
the Mega
something.
Man
TikTok
Reason.
ain't nothing
Well,
but
the next
an
themed marathon will be
education
after the next
platform for me because they'll say stuff like don't say konnichiwa to say hello to people if it's not during
My day's going good, no
a certain
Live.
time of
Thank you for
day.
asking.
There's a
I
different
always
type of
shout out,
hello. There's like
super
good morning,
thanks,
good
Muhammad,
afternoon,
but it's
good
always in the
evening
comments of the video.
in
If someone leaves a
Japanese.
super
And
thanks on a YouTube
konnichiwa is
video,
like
I like
for the
video,
afternoon,
I fave
maybe,
the video,
or in the morning.
and I respond to it to personally say thank you.
I can't believe he's still going over this.
Mrs. Potter says, ever consider a playthrough of Fatal Frame 1 and 2? I played Fatal Frame years ago. No one liked it. There was a brand new Fatal
Talk to
Frame game
ALT
that
about it. Yeah.
during a Halloween
Isn't that
event.
where him and
People said play it
Chew
for
first
Halloween,
met?
So I did. This was almost a decade ago. So I played it.
I don't understand why we would
Everyone
come
said
back to
Fatal Frame
America,
was
but
boring.
whatever.
Personally, I was having a good time with it. There were jump scares and stuff.
I also
but
really
everyone
like
was bored,
those
so I said, "Man, that
China
sucks."
videos.
And then since then, I never played a Fatal Frame.
I'm also
ever
getting
again.
China propaganda videos where they're saying stuff like, what is one misconception that Americans have about China? And they'll say stuff like, well, it's not like 1970 China
Beaver
anymore.
Bother, your tips
And, like,
would be
everything's
shouted out
very
in name
nice
only.
and
I would not be
clean and
addressing your
orderly and
messages
stuff
if
like
it's a dollar
that.
tip.
And they have
If we
these
did make this
skyscraper
change.
buildings that have ground floors that are ceilings on other buildings.
I should get into cameos. Yeah, I know it would be lucrative. I'm sure people would pay me a lot of money to say dumb shit, but I don't really care.
Japanese
You know what I
people
mean?
tend to
Like,
initiate the
I'm not that
greetings,
kind of
so
guy.
you,
I'm just going to
so
sit
you get
around
really
and just say
confused.
anything for money. It's pretty dumb. If I was going to do that, I would have done it years ago.
Relatively true, but Konnichiwa is relatively general
For making
now.
drama
Okay,
content and all of
I know
that,
an
which,
okay
you know, I
amount
don't wanna
of
do.
Japanese, but everything has a rough translation on it. I hear it's very difficult to
Oh, we already
follow, but
played
I mean,
Banjo-Tooie,
I've watched
Ivana.
enough anime.
Well, I already played that years ago. It's great.
Playing an
I
anime
played
game right now.
Banjo-Kazooie and
So.
Banjo-Tooie.
China
I
has
loved them.
done tons of developing since Dezheng Xiaoping era. And I mean, like, I can't knock them because, like, I'm obviously in a urban style area that I would prefer not to be in. So, like, I mean, if I didn't have any, like, anything holding me back here, I would love to.
Feedback says, obviously, I'm
see what
late on
all
this.
that's
I realize you
see what
stopped
all
doing
that's
DSP
about.
throwbacks. No. Because playthroughs are still
No.
being restored. We just talked about this first thing on the show today. The playthroughs on DSP Throwback are
Word of
still being
college led me
restored
to
right
wanting to
now.
learn
It is
Japanese.
Mass Effect 1 and Resident Evil 5. Mass Effect 1 is about to end, so we're determining, gee,
So
should we
before I
maybe do
turn the
Mass
voices
Effect
off
2
in
or
this
Assassin's
game,
Creed 2 next?
the Zenless Zone Zero,
We stopped
I
doing the
actually
retro
turned it to the
react streams for a while
Japanese
during the fall when it got very busy. But I'm very
audio
strongly
tracks,
considering bringing them back just
to
not
see if I can
immediately,
maybe
because
pick some
right now
things
we're
up. And
trying
like
to
for
get
the
through
most
stuff
part,
we're
I'll
doing.
like okay,
Once
so
we
like
wrap up a
I
couple
love
playthroughs or
Ranma
whatever,
One
and the
Half.
schedule
Okay,
opens up
I'm
a
also a
little bit, I
weeb.
actually
Don't tell
wanna bring
anybody.
back the retro
I'm a
react
huge
streams because I
weeb.
really enjoy doing them.
I
And
grew
the
up
next
on
game would
anime
be
as a
Fallout
child.
3,
I was
people already
bullied as a
previously
child, and I
voted
feel like I
and said
deserved
Fallout
it.
3 is what they
Okay,
wanted next.
but it continued on into my adult life, and I prefer watching anime. And I try to keep up on things. Toonami helps out a lot. But growing up, I remember Ranma One Half. And that was an 80s old ass anime. And I adored that.
What is my favorite chocolate
anime.
brand?
I
Oh,
love the
man.
AOVs. I
don't
love the
particularly
original
know if I
show.
have
I loved everything
many
about it.
different kinds
So
of
when
chocolate
Netflix
out
came
there
out
that are
with the
delicious.
updated
You know, when I was growing up,
reboot
it was like
version of it, I was
Hershey's, and I
all
always have
over
Hershey
it.
Kisses and stuff. At the same time, I like
I
M&M
watched it with
Mars,
the
I like
English dub,
M&Ms
and I
other
was like,
things
I'm so
that.
used to the old voice
And then as I got older, I started
characters,
liking
so
dark
I put
chocolate
it back
more.
to Japanese.
So now, you know, having dark chocolate and
Street
stuff
Fighter
is
2
really
film
good.
uncut, the
Ghirardelli dark
animated
chocolate
movie,
is
the one
amazing.
with
But
the
I've also
Alice
had,
in
like,
Chains
foreign
music in it,
chocolate.
the one with
a
the
few years
American
ago,
music in it,
A fan of mine sent me this
KFMDM.
big box of chocolate from like
I wonder if a person would
like
get banned for
Sweden and
TikTok for
stuff.
pointing out their
That
economic
stuff was
collapse that
absolutely
seems to be in
amazing.
process.
So
I didn't even know.
I don't know if I actually even have.
Well, I
The
mean, I
thing
guess
is,
it wouldn't
I don't
matter
really
now
eat
because, like,
candy
in
that
the
often.
US of
I
A,
love it.
they're
Like, I'm a
banning
chocoholic.
TikTok
If I
in a
start
couple of
eating
days.
chocolate, I
So
can't stop. I love it. But I don't have it. I literally have no
Who's my
chocolate
Ranma
whatsoever
wife?
in my home right now.
I'm gonna say Kasumi because she's the adult.
October, maybe November.
Ukio.
And once it was done, that was it. I don't buy anymore. And that's how
I have to be very careful when I speak on these waifus now because, you don't want to get something clipped out of context. Remember how much spazzing it was for the Chun-Li shower scene? Oh, trust me, I'm very familiar with the Chun-Li
Ever had
shower
Crossco
scene.
cream puffs? No, I have not. All right, guys, in a couple of minutes here, we're going to adjourn the show.
Oh
I wanna
my
say
God,
thanks for a
thank
great
God.
return podcast. I think it was a good one. If you would like to contribute right now and hit that goal, let's do
Don't really
it.
know either.
Why don't
American
we
screaming
crush the
economic
goal
collapse
right
that's been happening
now
since
and hit
CPC.
it, and then we don't have to think about it when I'm playing
Like,
Stalker 2.
If anything,
Who's going to do it? Who's
you
going to
know,
come in and be
glass
like,
stones,
you know what?
or I mean,
I'm just
glass
gonna toss
houses and stones.
That last handful into the coffer, fill it with coin.
Oh
maybe
my
even
God,
overflow
he's
it.
he's
Hit that
stalling
goal,
for tips. This is
continue on,
pathetic.
and then we don't have to talk about it for the rest of the stream. That sounds good to me.
No, he would because
Nice
he's going to talk
big
about the
tip.
tier 2 goals.
10 subs. Yeah.
This is shameless. This part of the VHS seems to be worn down. Oh, I made sure to dub that over on another
Beaver
VHS.
Bother, yes, if you tip
just in
$1.26, you'll be on
case.
the leaderboard. That's correct. That's how it works. The top tipper always gets on the leaderboard. Actually, nope, never mind, because someone just tipped $4.20. He said, hope you're doing good. Are you ever going to
Ukio was the best, yeah, because she was a good cook.
I literally just addressed
I do
it.
love me a good
Literally
cook.
moments ago,
And
I
the
said, I want
in
to
real
bring
life
it
female
back.
style waifu.
I really like the retro react streams on the Throwback channel.
Is a fan of
It will be
cooking.
Fallout 3 when we
This
resume them
this
because people are already
Halloween we were
voting for
supposed to
it,
do
but I
a
have to
girl
find the right
type
time to
and
bring
boy
it back.
type Ranma cosplay
That's an anonymous
thing,
420
but we were
thing.
both too busy. She was actually out of town for something.
You'd have to be $4.21.
So fellas, get yourself somebody that will cosplay with you.
We're now up to 108. Very nice.
Oh my God.
Thank you guys.
Never used TikTok, decided to leave it. for the children. I'm gonna tell you what. There's definitely, I think the reason why they're getting rid of TikTok is because it's truly an unfiltered algorithm. Because
from Raw when you watched it this past week,
there's a lot of, again, if you exercise some media literacy, you'll start seeing the patterns when it comes to what you see on social media.
About it is that you.
But TikTok, for whatever reason, feels like the most purest.
But if they don't keep that level.
Cross section of what actually you like to watch,
with production level quality,
and I think they can't control that, and so that's why they're trying to get rid of it.
People are gonna be like, "What is this?"
I'll just get a VPN.
Last week I watched this show and it was like amazing and it blew me away.
Oh my god, this IRS arc is going to be incredible.
Or the next week to watch it,
guys. I made more money, so now I got to pay more for taxes.
I'm curious what they're gonna do.
And he doesn't save any money. I think the big problem that he doesn't have a saving problem. He has a spending problem.
No, I'm not really interested in Virtua Fighter 5 Revo. It's like the 10th version of Virtua Fighter 5 at this point.
It's the 5th, Phil, idiot. And it actually looks really good. What a piece of shit.
Turkey Tom released a Load Your God documentary. You were mentioned briefly. Are you interested in reacting to it?
Brother, if we're talking about TikTok capturing things that you do, like off app too, then you better start taking a second look at your Facebook app and your Instagram app and your Pinterest app. Literally anything that has some sort of algorithm. Yeah, come on now. Big facts.
I will reserve my decision on if I'm interested in Kingdom Come 2 for when it comes out. I was not impressed with the first one, so.
I'ma come. Kingdom May 1st.
Rare Trick says, as soon as you and PPP stop watching Raw, I'm going to cancel my Netflix. Well, I mean, that's the premise of the show. We kind of have to watch Raw, right? So, I don't know. We'll see. No, I have not seen Squid Game 2.
I still want to see Squid Game 2. Hysteria behind data being sent to the CPC is laughable considering what our own Homeland Security already does. Yeah, big facts. Guys, when I did my Stepmania streams, I always like to make the joke that I'm trying to get the OnlyFans body going. And I also like to make mention that I'm a huge fan of, like, you know, people like feet and armpits. Well, I'm not into that. I'm into collarbones and midriffs. All right? That's my thing. And I have no problem saying it on stream, and I say it a lot. And I say it a lot around my phone. And you know what my phone started recommending to me?
To the gameplay I did on Friday.
Core exercises.
It sounded like it just
these Asian style content creators showing me how to do
I'm trying to find
core
I feel like
exercises. And I'm not bullshitting you.
We're gonna get there.
I never looked it up.
I feel like we're just not there yet.
It just happened to show up on my feed.
Right now, to me, like people said, bring it closer, so I did. But I feel like when I did bring it closer, now it blows out more a little.
No, he skimmed it. I think he skimmed Raw last week. I couldn't even watch the whole thing. I was dying. That was like the beginning of me getting sick.
Sub over on Kick.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Whoever is doing all these anonymous subs, I have no idea if it's all the same person or completely different people.
Cadence the anime girl, welcome. How are you? Oh, let me do the right sound effect for you.
That's gonna be another $5.
I hope you're happy, healthy, and hydrated. My apologies. I am in the thralls of ketoacidosis right now. I am not feeling too good, but hanging out with everybody here in the chat on YouTube and on Twitch definitely raised my spirit. So thank you guys. Seriously. He is stalling.
I need to position it above my mouth line. It actually is. My mouth is here, and the microphone is here. The camera doesn't make it look like that.
The scent line. Does anybody remember that?
So it's
the permeance of the aroma needs to be at nose level.
Lower than it really is. The mic is above my mouth line. Here's my mouth line. Here's the mic. So it's about that much difference.
This whole segment of his is just collecting money, and he's going to get that money.
I believe I did
You know
verify
he
that
will. And the
anonymous
same can
subs
be
show
said
up for
for the
revenue on
huge
Kick.
popularity of the
It's weird
Hoyaverse
because they don't
games.
show up in your
Where are they going to do?
queue.
Blackmail you
Like,
over what your favorite
queue of
ZZZ
revenue on Kick will
waifu
show
is?
everyone
Well,
who
let's take a
gifted a
look-see
sub.
here. What would be
But
my
then it doesn't show
my
the
favorite?
anonymous ones. But then it
Wait,
seems
well, I
to
can't
add
go to
them.
that
Because
screen
there
right
was
now.
that stream the other day. There were 2 anonymous gifted subs, and after the stream I checked, and it increased by $10. And I was like, oh, so they must count.
Oh. Yeah,
I
you
don't
know
know
he's
why they don't
watching
show
that
them, though.
revenue
That
shit
is
like a
weird.
hawk.
Where did I get this sweater? Kohl's.
Does he know
Went
that
to
he's
Kohl's,
doing the,
about
oh
a
my.
month and a half ago, and I
It's
bought
all
a few new things.
subconscious.
This is one of them. I really like the sweater.
He hit the mean lean.
Dude, comfy and nice looking.
YouTube
Well, I
short
play
started showing
Avowed
the girls
once again.
doing staff fighting
It's on Game
moves.
Pass.
Well,
it's a
there you
no-brainer
go.
to try it. If we like it, keep playing it. If not, drop it.
And
you
some
know.
of these
Yeah,
vertical
for sure.
videos too, by the way, these creators are getting very nice with it.
Let's see here.
Because you know, if you scroll through a feed
Marvel Rivals ever
and then
come
it's
back?
the vertical
Maybe,
videos
but
and they'll
again,
play like
people
the
have to
first 3
show up and
seconds of it
engage and
or
support
3
with the
seconds
game.
of
They
it.
did not. I played Marvel
Somehow,
Rivals for
some
12
way, they
hours.
start
The
making
last
it
2
so
streams
that
of it
like
both had
obviously
very,
those
very
3
low
seconds that you
engagement,
get
very
are
few
like
people
the
in chat were
most
even paying
eye-catching
attention or talking
part
about
of
the
it. So
game,
you'll
and
see
we
like
didn't
a
hit the goal.
very
They were way off.
interesting
They were some of
angle
the slowest streams I did,
of the
so why am I gonna
camera.
keep playing it? Right?
Or
Gotta do what
like
people
it
want,
looks
not
like
what
they're
people are willing to engage and support with.
bringing up their shirt or something. They'll have these like fitness who's that? I'm
What happened to the
speaking
old
about
mic?
this one creator in particular. She
mic
works
is in
at
the
a gym or something
it's
like that,
stored.
and her
I
whole
have another one,
shtick
too. I
is
have the other mic.
no t-shirts,
You know
no
this one, right?
shirts
I've shown
on
this one,
at
the
the
one that has
at
the
the at the
RGBs. This has
gym,
RGBs too,
and so
as you
she
can see.
always takes her
But this
shirt
other
off,
one
but it's
here.
like the camera's to her back or whatever. I know I'm not the only one that's seen this, but it's like it's the same bit, but it's over and over and over again. Marvel Rivals on a paywall. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe because everybody's
I bought
hyped
this
for the
one
Fantastic
simply
Four, you should be
for
playing it and ride that hype.
Voice communication.
Who knows,
on
right? I'm
console.
just a guy.
So if I'm gonna do voice
I'm
chat
just a
over
content
console,
creator on the internet.
I have this microphone, and that's how I was actually voice
Looked
communicating
up kitchen
with
knives,
Brian
started
many
getting
months
swords
ago
on my
when we were
feed.
doing
Was pretty
Street Fighter,
cool.
6. It's very cheap. It's like the most discounted
While
mic
you
on
were-
Amazon, but like the best seller.
while
on
you were
there, too.
detracting Phil,
It sounds
I was
okay.
studying the blade.
It doesn't sound anywhere near as good as this one. It just sounds okay, but it's not. Also, it's not bad. So basically, I have this as a
that's fine.
backup USB mic, and I will always still have the other mic if I ever want to go back to using the preamp. But that's a much more elaborate setup where you need to have
I am a
separate
Cloak and
power
Dagger
source and everything. It's kind
main.
of frustrating, you know. But this is nice. It's light. And has some features, like has the touch to
I'm
mute, just like this has touch to
learning
mute, this has touch
Star-Lord
to mute,
a little bit.
has an on microphone
And a
like
whale
volume
down on her
adjuster
special
and stuff.
skin. Well, there you go.
Top guard, that's why everyone
You know
likes
why
it.
they
It's
do
all
that.
in one package, and it's cheap. It's just not that great of quality, but it's nice to have a backup.
Thank you, Jess.
And I might have to need a double mic situation at some point. I'm not sure.
No,
like
you
right now, I
don't,
found a way to
Phil.
get this mic to work. Both
You don't need
with
a double mic
Discord
situation.
and
You don't
OBS
need a
at the
double
same
camera
time.
situation.
So I don't need this for that.
And we're talking
But if
about
ever I
random
needed to
stuff from
voice
the office
communicate,
floor.
say,
Just tip them the money
through a
so we can
game,
go. You are
like
killing me,
on my
Phil. You are
PC
literally
or on
killing
a
me.
console, that's what I would probably use this guy.
I am dying.
It's just plug and play. Just plug it in USB and it works within moments. So that's good.
Okay. Let's try this again. And we'll do that. Yes. We're gonna try something different. I've never seen someone pay so much stuff for no reason. We have empty chair stream, guys. Empty chair stream. This is pain.
Mr. Singh did a $2 super chat and says, I support what I can, bro. Well, thank you, Mr. Singh, for that. I appreciate that.
Bestest boy. Super chatted $12
Let's
and 20
go!
cents. I hope this
Is it
makes
to
you feel
115?
slightly better.
I best this boy come in hot with the 10 spot.
And I
Thank you
received
so
a
much.
second 420 tip.
I'm feeling
Any
better
tips on
already.
uploading gameplay to YouTube? I noticed the
I
uploading
bestest
takes forever,
boy,
along
you
with
are
processing
truly
videos. Do you
what
recommend
they call you.
hashtags?
The bestest boy.
What you're talking about is encoding. Like, for example, you know,
Big
what
ups. Thank you
encoder
so
you're
much.
using to make your video, which then, you know, determines things like bitrate, and the like. Basically, YouTube likes certain encoding types better than others. You probably have
Sir
no idea
V
what I'm talking
coming
about, but the
in
technical side of stuff.
with
For
the
example,
99-cent super
different
sticker.
codecs. Are you aware of the different codecs?
We're
You're
all mouth
probably
droolers
not.
today.
So there's an AV1
Thank you so
codec.
much, my
That's the
friend.
latest standard, and YouTube absolutely hates it.
Enough
If you
money
upload
to get
any
a
video in the
mouth
latest
drooling
standard of
burger.
AV1, it takes forever to process and usually sticks and sometimes never fully processes. So I got this new spiffy capture and, streaming PC.
Grow up.
I got everything with the best standard, the newest stuff. I go to do it on YouTube. Within a week, it doesn't work.
Ha! Get fucked.
So now I'm using a slightly older codec. It's kind of the one from a few years ago. I think it's called like
We're not trying to see Phil in glorious 4K 60 frames
I
per
think is the name of
second.
the codec. That one, YouTube processes it right away and has
Seriously,
zero
guys,
issues
thank
with
you
it.
all so
So
much.
that's the better one.
It
It's
really
just
did
not
make my
as good,
day.
like,
I
it's
was
not streamlined and the files
kind
are a
of
little
weighing the pros
larger,
and cons of
but
doing
that's
this
what I use
live.
when I record for
I'm glad
YouTube.
that I did.
I used to use H.264, which was the old standard.
And not just
over
to
a decade
support you
ago,
guys, just hanging
and
out
that one
and
also
talking.
works fine with YouTube. So if you use either of those standards, it works.
It helped me keep my
pretty much
mind
without
off of being
issue.
sick
But most
and
people
being
probably have no
in
idea
pain.
what I'm talking about, and I don't blame you.
All right, I gotta lock in. I've been fighting this rush for a minute, and I keep fucking
What was the
up.
other thing? Hashtags. Don't really do anything on YouTube, to be frank. They used to do things called tags.
Not
and then
when
they turned them into
I
hashtags,
use
and they don't do
hashtag
anything.
DSP in my YouTube videos.
YouTube basically now has an AI system that reads your titles and scans your video. And that's what determines how your video will show up in YouTube search. So if you title your video correctly for how you want it to be found, or
Hello, Phil.
the AI
Welcome
will
to
just patch it,
2010.
either one,
YouTube.
YouTube will have your video sorted by that. Tags literally do nothing anymore, even though they used to be super important. Like you put a whole bunch of tags on your video, how you want it to be found in search. They're not even used anymore. So it's a waste of time. What's my favorite SmackDown versus Raw game from back in the day? Probably, well, the
Bring the
original was
pain.
SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. That was the one that started it all.
All right. Rare Phil dub.
As for the SmackDown versus Raw games, I don't remember differentiating.
Rare Phil dub. I give it to him. I give him dubs when appropriate, but it doesn't
What's the
happen a
worst
lot.
soft lock I ever had in a game? I don't remember. Do I archive old footage? Do you have an NAS? NAS. What does that stand for?
NAS?
I
Ether?
archive old footage, like ancient footage, on external hard drives.
You know, my old racist videos.
That's what I pull upon.
Sir Chef, welcome, my friend. How are you? I hope you're happy, healthy, and
Ancient videos are stored
hydrated.
on external hard drive that I plug in and I just
3 hours in and no signs of stopping. We don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop until Phil gets his money.
Throwback.
Thanks for stopping by.
I archive
Fellow
my videos
Evangelion
for a while,
nerve enjoyer.
Then after a while, I delete them. So I don't necessarily keep everything new from today backed up forever. Hypnotic Jinx is at a $21 super chat.
Oh.
Reaffirming their position as the top super chatter of the day, saying
Jinx is
"We
going to
can only
save
give
the
me
channel.
Jinx it for the next rule." Well, I'm down for that. Remember, this week we'll do food. We'll probably do this Jersey Mike's sub. I'm interested in that. But if people want
Thanks,
to see
Ryan.
that, okay. By the way, we're up to 140 now. We're only $10 away from hitting the goal.
That's right. During one of the
If people wanted to see that, I'm
during
down
one of
for
the
it.
drinking
But the question
streams,
is, we
he
gotta determine
accidentally
what would it
said
be.
Ryan, and then he goes
Yeah, right? Like, would it be a
Ryan. Says
beer
it
type? Do you
twice
guys
like
know
an
if it's
idiot,
ale
and
or
then
beer you want me to try to get and taste over the course of like a stream, or is there some hard liquor that you want me to try? If that's the
yeah,
case,
because I
can
have a
only do it, like,
tolerance,
at the end of
guys.
the
You gotta
stream or
step
like
up.
a night stream, right?
I would
gotta
like
do
to
that in the morning.
see DSP
But I'd be
and
down for that. Something
World
different.
of
We never do that,
T-shirts
but we gotta figure
have a
it out
drink
then.
off.
Like, what would it be? Thank you, James.
What's his name? Put the
I
fries
know
in the
my
bag
hair,
guy.
If you haven't noticed, my hair puffs up over the course of the podcast. It seriously does.
He loves stalling the
My hair's
pre-stream
like,
so he
okay,
can
then
hit
all
his
of a sudden it
goals. What a piece of
in, like,
shit.
areas like this area
This
right
is the
here is, like,
content.
extra
The content
puffy
is
at
you
all
giving
times
me
for some
money.
bizarre reason. It just keeps puffing up right there. It's very weird.
Excuse me.
Another anonymous gifted sub has been given out. Thank you, anonymous gifter. There you go. So now we are up to 145. We are literally $5 away from hitting the goal and adding one to our goals hit counter there.
Ran
Beaver
out of things
Bother
to
is
talk
claiming
about.
it was him that gifted. If it was you, I'm sure you would have used your real name and got credit for it rather than doing that. So you are a liar.
Damn, what an
You are a
asshole.
full
Even if it
liar.
wasn't true, I
Do
would
still
have
post stuff on
said,
Instagram?
hey,
No,
if
my
it was
Instagram is
you,
defunct.
thank you
I don't use it.
specifically.
There's
But
no-
if
I have
not,
nothing to put up on there.
like, come on, dude. Anonymous dents. I think they're fake. I think he's now just faking him.
All right.
I think he's faking them.
Folks, I do believe it is time to end the show.
Thank
It's a shame we couldn't hit the goal by
God.
the end of the podcast. I know you guys made a valiant effort and a push there at the end, but it looks like it is time to end the show. Now, today we're doing Stalker 2 and Microsoft Flight Sim. Tomorrow on the podcast, we will see what's going on with news and the like. And depending on you
These
know what
weirdos
happens, maybe
edging
we'll do a
Phil.
more chill show.
They
Today we had
do.
a
This
variety
is like some
topics
sort
to
of
cover. You never know what's gonna
financial
happen on the show,
dominance
right?
thing.
But I would like to say thank you very much.
Look, I don't kink
for a
shame, but
great
like, it's not for me.
return show. And I'm happy to head into the new week, 6 straight days of fun here on DSP Gaming and DSP
Did he
Gaming
seriously
Real.
listen to this song
Now
that he
it is
has in
time
the
to
background
game.
and said, yeah, this
We're
is
serious. We got to figure out what's going on in the zone, right? All right, everybody. Thank you all so very much.
How
I will see you
convenient.
tomorrow.
Cadence.
The next episode of the Level 1.
What happened to hitting the goals and crushing the trolls? I'll tell you exactly what happened to it.
All right. Perry
We
says he's
did
got to
it.
take off. All right, Perry. He says he'll see you for Smart Guys on Tuesday. Sounds good. Thank you for the support, Perry. Appreciate that. All right,
Ladies
guess
and
what?
gentlemen,
Hold on.
not only did we meet, but we
Vetus-
exceeded.
Ovitus, a 2,000 yen super chat says, farewell. I hope the game goes okay.
Or sayonara.
Taking off, Vetus.
TikTok told me
All
you're
right,
not
let's take a
supposed to
look
say
at what that
sayonara because
equivalent
that
is.
that
Again, that's
means
I need to do a conversion.
sayonara. I'm never
That's yen
seeing
to
you
USD,
again.
correct?
I think that's correct.
So 2,000 yen is the equivalent of $12.67.
Johnny
So,
Chase
with
with the subscription
subscribe
to
to the
YouTube.
channel.
Thank you so much.
That means we have hit the
I don't get
goal
why he
for the
talks over the
stream.
outro like that.
Indeed.
Because everything he does is dented. Everything he does is dented.
And that means we have hit goals of 63 and climbing.
What a fucking
Remember, when we get to
idiot.
70, we unlock the DSP Triza of the Jersey Mike's Spicy
Oh
Chicken
no, I know,
Sub
I
that
knew
they
what you
just
meant. I
added.
knew what you meant.
So I'm very excited for that. And thank you all. So now, of course, you know what we got to do. We've got to celebrate. Thank you all for allowing me to hit my goal before we even started with the
I bet you hit the
gameplay
gym,
portion
you
of
fat
today's
fuck.
stream. I very much appreciate that. Now, of course, this
Look, I can
also
do this
means
too. I
we
can
are
do
in
this all
prime
day.
position to double the goal, hit $300 by the end of this
Double the
stream since
work,
I have
double-
3
double
hours of
the work.
gameplay coming, and then adding another one to the count, which then means that we be closer to the DSP Triza reward.
It's never
all
ess
right?
guys.
So thank you guys so very much.
just unlocked
for
the
this early
ability to give
support,
me
for
more
filling
money.
the King's coffers and paying the King's taxes. I very much appreciate that. Now, hold on. But now, guys, I think it is time.
Oh my god. Of course, a Monty Python thing.
I think it's time to actually set up and
one
play
of the oldest
some
references
Stalker.
in
What
the
do you think?
world.
I think so. But before we do, I'm going to take a brief break to use the restroom. So if you don't mind,
Oh, I
allow
mind.
me to go use that restroom, and then we'll start. Okay, so enjoy some quick clips, and after a couple of minutes, we'll start with Stalker. Thank you guys. I'll be right back.
Oh shit!
All right, we're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna get rid of that, and let's just sit here and think about what we just did to ourselves, guys. I don't know about y'all, but I just had one of the greatest streams in the history of our sport, and that's not hyperbole. That's the goddamn truth, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's the 12th of January right now, and ever since the beginning of the new year, when I went into keto, and then subsequently suffered from the keto flu, I've been suffering to the point where I didn't want to do this anymore. I just wanted to be unconscious. The pain in my face from the sinus pressure from being sick had become the only thing in my life that mattered, because all I could do was try to do everything that I can to negate the feeling, whether it be being unconscious, whether putting my head in the freezer, whether using a helmet massager gimmick that I have for migraines. None of it worked. Drinking NyQuil to knock me out, to make me sleep for an hour or two, eating Tylenol PM so I can at least get a nap or two. None of it worked. Sitting on the bed rotting, listening to all of the detractors making fun of Phil, that's what gave me the strength to carry on. Meth Bear already in the house. What a pimp. Meth Bear, welcome. Nope, I'm just ending. 3 hours in. And I was just letting everybody know that, suffering through this ketoacidosis really kind of put things in perspective. And I'm never going to take anything for granted ever again, because when all you can do is try to mitigate the pain that's happening in your face, to the point where you can't even lay your head down on the pillow because it's like touching your head and touching your hair and all of it hurts. I feel like after today, and I already said this on a tweet earlier, I felt like I turned the corner, but then it snowed again and I had to shovel the driveway again. But I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna rest and relax. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day too. You know, they pierce the sinuses on horses to relieve pressure. They have little spike valves that they hammer in. Oh my goodness, I don't think I can do that. I'm not a horse. My name is not Cat. But if you were to tell me this a couple of days ago, I might have taken you up on that offer. That's how miserable I was. And I want to thank you guys, all of you guys, for pulling me out of that miserable feeling that I was experiencing. I don't get sick often, but when I do, I am sick. And I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, and I hope to do it again with you guys soon. So with all that being said, guys, stay tuned. We have a lot coming up. Myself, Broside Phil, and King Be Cruel will be the triple threat back again. We're going to live react to the spoon rant, to the 25 push-ups off camera, and the Comcast saga. 3 crucial parts of DSP's lore that brought us into the fold. We're going to be doing a live react to that to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the spoon rant. We're going to be playing a lot more games, hopefully. And I'm going to just leave it at that. So for everybody that stopped by and supported, thank you. For everybody that just stopped by, thank you. Really, really, really do appreciate it. Until next time, take care. Be safe. Peace.